he can this spring, trying to gauge exactly where he is, and could not ask for a nicer day for baseball, Kenny.
Yeah, that's very, very true. This is what Florida's all about this time of year. That's why many people are in from out of town, is not only to enjoy the weather, but to see baseball. And a lot of them here this afternoon at Steinbrenner Field. And it'll be interesting to see the dynamics of today's crowd, because really, who is the home team here? I mean, you have the Tampa Bay Rays. They play just across the bay here, Tampa Bay over in St. Petersburg. So I'm sure they have a lot of their supporters here this afternoon as well.
And the Yankees certainly will have their supporters at George M. Steinbrenner Field as we take a look at the Rays starting lineup for today. Tampa bringing a lot of their regulars to today's contest. Nick Franklin in the mix to start at shortstop will lead off. Desmond Jennings plays left field and bats second. James Loney in his third year with the Rays will bat third. Evan Longoria, the cleanup hitter. Steven Souza, one of the prize returns in the Will Myers trade, will bat fifth. Kevin Kiermaier sixth. Alexi Casilla, a non-roster invitee, seventh. Bobby Wilson will catch, and then Mikey Matuk will round out the starting lineup for Tampa.
And there you see in the middle of the diamond, all 6'7" of him. Michael Pineda will get the start for the Yankees today. This is his first start of the spring. Those are his numbers from last year. Only 13 starts. He was on the disabled list. He was also suspended. But a 5-5 record, a 1.89 ERA, and opponents hit only 200 against him. Let's check out the pitcher scouting report. He is tough to hit. In his career, hitters are only hitting 208 against him. And his strikeout to walk ratio last season, for every batter he walked, he struck out 8.5 batters. So that's a prime time ratio. And lack of lookouts. He hasn't hit a batter since 2011. So imposing as he is, maybe can be even more so if he came a little high and tight on some people.
Ken gets the afternoon off when he's on the mound. Let's take a look at the defense presented by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. The Yankees had been keeping continuity in their infield and outfield, but today they have their regulars all the way around. In the outfield, Gardner, Ellsbury, and Beltran across. Headley will play third, Gregorius at short, Stephen Drew at second, Mark Teixeira at first, and Brian McCann is behind the plate at catcher. Very well could be your opening day infield for the Yankees.
Outfield as well.
All the way across. Pineda about ready to go. Nick Franklin will step in. 294 with AAA Tacoma last year. And the first pitch, a strike, fastball over the outside corner from Pineda.
Well, the Yankees are employing the shift right away with Nick Franklin at the plate, the former Seattle Mariner, facing another former Seattle Mariner, Michael Pineda.
Pineda last year was so good in his 13 starts he did make, and you almost forget that he only made 13 starts.
Yeah, the reason why he was 5-5 because he didn't get much in the way of run support. Ooh, there's a power fastball.
The ERA for Pineda last year, though, under 2. Didn't pitch from April 24th through August 12th as he continued to deal with some shoulder issues. The 1-2 just missed, a little up, little out with the fastball.
Well, we can still see Pineda with that hat not quite straightened on the head, a little bit leaning towards the left there.
How about a skew?
Yeah, that's a good word.
In a skew brim.
In other words, it's not straight.
The 2-2 is chopped foul. Pineda, a lot of confidence in his walk around the mound. I was talking to CC Sabathia about that yesterday, Ken. So he just has a certain presence when he's on the mound.
Yeah, when you're only hitting 208 against it for your career, you got to have some confidence. You're just tough to hit.
The 2-2 from Pineda. Check swing, he went around, and Pineda K's the first batter of the game with a change.
Yeah, good one. And that's one of his weapons that he has. He has a cut fastball, good breaking ball. Here's a changeup. Franklin well out in front. You can see the ball dive. Man, that's a midseason form right there with the change. Good call by Brian McCann. Picks up the first strikeout of the game.
There's something Pineda threw a lot more of last year, Kenny. Twice as many changeups as he had thrown his rookie season in Seattle when he was an all-star. And able to locate it. First pitch inside to Desmond Jennings.
Jennings playing left field today. He had been primarily to center field last year for the Rays. A lot of changes on this ball club.
Good breaking ball there from Pineda and a strike. We'll touch on those changes a little bit later on. A much different Tampa team than the one we've been used to in recent years. Of course, changes all across the board on the field and the front office. Is that one? It's the knob of the bat. That's danger territory and fouled off.
Yeah, scattered the Yankee coaches. There's one of the on-field changes that Ryan is talking about. On the right there is the new manager. His first year, Kevin Cash, and longtime Ray coach. Now moving from the third base line to the bench coach is Tom Fowler.
Jennings cracks a single up the middle. So one out base runner for Tampa Bay.
It's interesting that the Rays chose Cash because he never had any managing experience. Here's our Rays team scouting report presented by Geico. Year of transition. General manager Andrew Friedman left the Rays to go to the Dodgers. Big time payroll at Los Angeles. And of course, Cash, a lot of players moved on. 612 runs scored. That was the fewest in the American League. And one reason they didn't score that many runs is because they left 1,193 men on base. That was the most in the major leagues.
And they lost some of their hitters as well, as this one's fought off down the left field line. Gardner will track it down and make the play for the second out of the inning.
Well, you can see what Brett Gardner brings to the table defensively in the outfield. A lot of speed, a lot of range. Originally came up as a center fielder, and he can make the plays. By the way, a nice round of applause for the next hitter for the Rays. Here it is, a look at Gardner. There's the speed, sure hands, and Jennings has to return to first.
Not an easy sun to fight.
No, not in Florida.
No.
The wind and the sun.
Here's Evan Longoria, as Ken mentioned, got a very nice hand. Played all 162 a season ago and is late on the fastball from Pineda.
Yeah, he is the face of their franchise. This one guy they didn't get rid of.
A little bit down last year for Longoria when it came to his batting average. His OPS was under 800 for the first time in his career. But healthy, 2 years in a row now. 162 last year, 160 games the season before for Longoria.
Yeah, one player that's very important for the Rays, not only Longoria, but the player who's on deck, Steven Souza, because if he hits well, that means Longoria will get some pitches to hit. If he doesn't, as a rookie, Longoria's going to walk an awful lot.
Jennings started and stopped, and once again, Pineda able to send one past the bat of Longoria. Jennings with some speed at first. Last year was banged up throughout the season. Yeah. Didn't run quite as much.
Yeah, had some knee problems, shoulder problems, but he is healthy coming into spring training. I've heard he looks in very good shape as compared to last year when he tried to bulk up, went for the power.
The 0-2 from Pineda, high with the fastball. It is crackling.
You can hit a pop of the glove.
Yeah.
It's a good sign. It's an intimidation factor for the other team.
A lot of size with this Yankees pitching staff as well. Pineda, one of those guys who has real presence on the mound. The 1-2.
Well, you have guys like Pineda, CC Sabathia, Dellin Betances, Andrew Miller. All these guys about 6'6" or better.
A couple 6'8" pitchers in camp with Betances, and then also Chris Martin, who we will likely see later this game. Jennings goes, pitch taken, the throw down, not nearly in time and offline, and Jennings with a 2-out steal at second base.
That's one thing that always seems to be in the Rays' offensive arsenal, is the fact they steal a lot of bases. And they're counting on Jennings to stay healthy this year. Last year he only had 15 steals, and he's been upwards in the mid-30s at time. Tough pitch to throw, down and away, and throws offline. Stephen Drew blocks it, but the Rays have a runner in scoring position.
So a first inning opportunity with 2 strikes here for Longoria. The 2-2 from Pineda. Swing and a miss, got him. Diving down and in with movement, and Pineda racks up a couple of Ks in this first. The Yankees coming to bat next here on Yes.
Grandpa Bodie, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes.
The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
We thought our cable internet was fast.
But our uploads are half the speed of our downloads, so our internet is really half fast.
So half fast.
Someone did a half-assed job posting our vacation pics.
When I post my slow jams, I'm a little half-assed.
Totally half-assed.
Stop living with half-fast internet. Only Verizon Fios comes with Speed Match, uploads as fast as downloads, and the fastest Wi-Fi available from any provider.
Head to the bottom of the first in Tampa. Let's take a look at today's Yankees starting lineup presented by Lexus. Could be the look of the opening day lineup. Jacoby Ellsbury in center will lead off. Brett Gardner batting second and left. Carlos Beltran in the field this year will bat third. Mark Teixeira cleaning up at first. Ryan McCann will be in the 5-hole, followed by Chase Headley. Alex Rodriguez playing back-to-back days for the first time this spring. He will DH and bat seventh. Stephen Drew gets the start at second, batting eighth, and then Didi Gregorius rounds out the Yankee lineup.
And the Rays will send a right-hander to the mound. Nathan Carnes. He has a chance to be in their rotation this year, depending on how well he pitches this spring. These are his numbers last year at AAA Durham. It's in the Rays organization. The Rays actually got him in a trade from the Washington Nationals for Jose Lobaton. We saw Lobaton yesterday. Let's check out the pitcher scouting report on 27-year-old Mr. Carnes. He led AAA in strikeouts last year with 153. Alec Colomé is supposed to be his competition, but Colomé didn't get to camp until yesterday because of visa problems. So Carnes is ahead in that race. He's got a power curveball. That's one of his strikeout pitches.
Jacoby Ellsbury shows bunt, takes a strike. A rotation spot could open for Carnes as well, with Drew Smiley going down with left shoulder tendonitis. He is being looked at day to day as Ellsbury fouls that one off to the left side.
Yeah, that could be a big blow to the Rays because their pitching is not quite as deep as it used to be. They have some other alternatives, but maybe not quite the quality that they have had in the past. Alex Cobb is going to start opening day. He'll be followed by Chris Archer. Then it was supposed to be Drew Smiley, but he's going to be set back for a while.
Ellsbury fouls off another. Will stay 0-2.
Jake Odorizzi will be in the rotation. He came on in the second half of last year. Then a spot for maybe Nathan Carnes or Alex Colomé. Matt Moore, much in the same way that Ivan Nova will be back later on from Tommy John surgery. Matt Moore will return sometime during the season for the Rays.
Ellsbury slaps that one to short. Franklin on to first, one away as we take a look at the Rays defensive alignment presented by Mercedes. Jennings in left, Maddock in center, Souza in right. In the infield, it's Longoria, Franklin, Casilla, and Loney. And Bobby Wilson getting the start behind the plate for the Rays. And we see Brett Gardner batting second, and this is something that's a possibility with the Yankee lineup this year, Ken, to have Ellsbury and Gardner stacked at the top of the order, lefty-lefty, lead off, and the 2-hole.
Yeah, they stole 60 bases between them last year, with Ellsbury getting the lion's share with 39. And you kind of have the feeling that Gardner could steal more than 21 bases as he did last year, but nobody expected him to hit 17 home runs last year, and he did that. That was a career high.
Talked to Gardner today, said he feels totally healthy. He's excited about this group as he takes a strike. Carnes yet to throw a ball. You know, one of the first things Gardner mentioned when I asked him why he feels good about this team was Carlos Beltran, actually, and having his bat back healthy. Beltran on deck, hitting in the 3-hole today. That one down and in.
Had to skip a little rope on a breaking ball. There's Carlos.
Gardner, talking about Carlos, said he's a guy who's just built to hit. You just look at him and you say, okay, that guy can just flat out rake. The 1-2. Chop to the left side, always difficult with Gardner's speed, but Franklin makes the play. Let's take a listen in to Brett Gardner talking about hitting in the 2-hole this season.
I'd like to run a lot more and hopefully hit next to Jacoby in the lineup. You know, hopefully we're able to get on base and put pressure on the defense and really, you know, move over into scoring position for the guys in the middle of the lineup to drive us in.
Because, Kenny, that's a weapon that the Yankees have at the top of their lineup that not many teams do, with two guys who have that speed. As Carlos Beltran takes down.
Yeah, I mentioned in yesterday's game, the Yankees were actually third in the league in stolen bases last year. And Ellsbury and Gardner had more than half of those steals. You see the low numbers for Beltran last year. He wasn't helping. And he told me before the game today, near the batting cage, I was asking him about his elbow surgery. He said they took, if you look at the tip of your index finger down to the first joint.
Okay.
He said they took 3 bone chips out of his elbow that size.
Those are some pretty big bone chips.
Yes. So he said one was lodged in there and he didn't have much range of motion. But he says he feels fine now.
Beltran grounded is short. High hop for Franklin, and the Yankees go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first. Michael Pineda's second inning of work coming up next here on Yes.
You don't need a GPS to find a Ford at the best possible price. All you need is an instinct for savings. Follow it, and you'll find your best buy on a Ford at All American Ford on Route 17 South in Paramus, or All American Ford on River Street in Hackensack, or on Route 9 South in Old Bridge, or at our newest location on Route 28 in Kingston, New York. That's 4 easy, convenient locations. Follow your instinct, and you'll see why anyone can afford an all-American Ford.
Let's trade keys during Hillside Honda's Trade-In to Trade-Up sales event. Trade up to a 2015 Pilot 4-wheel drive LX with 0.9% financing up to 36 months, or a 2015 Accord Sedan LX with 0.9 financing up to 36 months, and drive a 2015 Civic Sedan SE with 0.9 financing up to 48 months. So let's trade keys, trade in, trade up during Hillside Honda's Trade-In to Trade-Up event. Go to hillsidehonda.com. Your chance to trade in, trade up right now. I love Hillside Honda.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
It was an offseason of change for Tampa Bay after finishing 4th in the AL East. Joe Maddon took his talents to Chicago, joined the Cubs. Kevin Cash, their new manager with the Rays, the youngest in the major Pro 4 sports. And total roster overall, Will Myers, Ben Zobrist, Joyce, Escobar, all gone for Tampa Bay. And how about this photo from the Tampa Bay Times, Kenny? Look at the faces not here this season from the 2014 Rays team photo.
And a big name that was there at the beginning of last year, but was traded during the course, is David Price. So, yeah, that's right. There's a lot of holes to fill for these Rays coming into this season. And a lot of work to be done for Kevin Cash. But, you know, 9 years ago when Joe Maddon took over, it was the same situation. There's a lot of work to do, and Joe Maddon changed the culture of the franchise in postseason several times, including to the World Series once. Maybe Kevin Cash could they'd take that from Kevin Cash, wouldn't they?
I would think so. Pineda in his second inning of work misses down 1-1.
I think one thing that makes Cash a viable candidate, and the candidate they settled on, because he's from Tampa, grew up in this area, still lives in Tampa.
Souza grounds one towards the middle. Gregorius, a lot of high hops over there as he shows off the arm for the first out of the inning. And we know that about Didi Gregorius, Kenny. We've seen it already this spring. He has a cannon at short.
He's got a cannon, but also he has a lot of range. You can see trying to pick up the right hop here, and then that little flip showing off the strength of the arm. Here's Souza. And for a big man, he runs pretty well. The pressure is on, but he gets him by about a step. Nice play. And that's why they got him.
Pineda deals outside to Kiermaier. The infield defense, something that even Joe Girardi hasn't been able to hide his excitement about for this Yankee team. Ken, the defense in general, but there's been a particular emphasis on the infield is that smack foul off the foot of Kiermaier.
Yeah, that even on a warm day like today, that's going to hurt. And that's one of the exceptions. You can walk out of the box when that happens. You're supposed to keep 1 foot in the box. When you foul the ball, you can walk around a little bit, trying to shake it off.
Pineda deals high, 2-1.
Kiermaier is the DH today, but he is a fine outfielder. He's maybe getting a half a day off today. Really good defensive outfielder.
Some question as to whether or not he or Jennings or who will be in center for the Rays. Routine grounder to second, easy for Drew, 2 away. Pineda looks sharp, throwing a lot of strikes, Kenny.
Yeah, that's what he usually does. We mentioned his strikeout to walk ratio, and Joe Girardi said it's going to be 2 innings or a number of pitches. I think the number of pitches is going to be lower than what he might have to throw normally, and they would have him go down to the bullpen and finish it out, trying to build up that arm.
Pineda went through a stretch last year, Ken, where he went 119 consecutive batters without a walk or a hit batter. As this one, another easy play for Drew and a smooth 1-2-3 inning for Michael Pineda. He cruises through 2. Bottom of the second coming up next.
Brett Gardner's on fire. 2015 New York Yankees season tickets are on sale now. Benefits include access to the New York Yankees Legacy Club, exclusive season ticket licensee events, and more. Season ticket plans are available on both full season and partial season basis and start at just $90 with our 9-game value plan. Buy your season tickets today. Call 212-YANKEES or log on to Yankees.com.
More excitement. More adventure. More tunes. More versatility. America's most exciting lineup is at your local Nissan store now. And now's the best time to get yours.
Choose the 38 MPG Highway Altima, now just $189 per month. Or get 0% APR financing for up to 60 months.
Get to Nissan now. Hurry. Event ends March 31st.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
This is heaven. I'll just have the lobster bisque. That is so like her.
Wouldn't it be great if everything good could last?
And some water? Lemon. With lemon.
Now it can when you buy a Lucky Sevens playbook from the New York Lottery.
There's parallel parking, or there's parking that's unparalleled. And 2 miles per gallon difference may not seem like much until you have to walk it. Reliability is now an American thing. Drive the all-new Chrysler 200 during the Chrysler Awards season event. Get a low-mileage lease on 200 Limited for $149 a month for well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles.
A live Yankees baseball is back in 2015 with MLB.com at bat on your smartphone or tablet. Stay connected with live radio broadcasts, stats, breaking news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. That's a terrific app.
Oh, my goodness. Tell me about it.
Keep you locked in all season as Mark Teixeira leads off the bottom of the second against Carnes and takes a strike.
I'm on the East Coast. I do a game, watch another game. When I get
easy prep for you, Ken.
Exactly. Got to do your scouting.
Teixeira, thus far this spring, 2 for 7. And he swings and misses. Long cut on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-2.
Here's a guy who had injury problems last year. 22 home runs, though, 62 runs batted in, but he's also in the past had 8 times where he's driven in 100 runs or more, and the Yankees are hoping to get near those totals again this year.
Last year, he said he didn't start his off-season work until about 2 months after what he normally would have because of the wrist injuries, and felt so much weaker than he has in his career going into a season as a result. As that one is grounded hard, but right into the shift. And that's one of the problems Mark Teixeira often runs into. That shift, sometimes taking away good hard contact.
Yeah, that was Longoria. The third baseman was actually on the right side of second base and made that play. And let's see what they do with Brian McCann coming up here. Who's good? Here's Teixeira. That's the third baseman, Longoria. 3 fielders on the right side who makes the play, and it's out number 1. And they still have 3 fielders on the right side, but Longoria is going to stay on the left side this time. So a little different shift against Brian McCann.
And Casilla goes a little bit further into the outfield than he was for Teixeira. McCann went the other way on a base hit yesterday, beating the shift.
Now the difference was he was leading off the inning. And, you know, that's now they're going to shift. They're on the move according to the count. And this is something that Joe Madden started with the Rays a few years ago. He was one of the first managers to really use the shift to his advantage.
Shift isn't going to stop that as it's wrapped into the right center field gap. McCann will jog into second with a double on a good lick off the 2-0 pitch from Carnes.
Yeah, this is the first hit for the Yankees, and this is how you beat the shift. You hit a rocket in the gap. Usually they don't put players in the gap in the outfield. And this one ran right by Steven Souza like he was standing still. That's how hard it was hit. If he got under it a little bit more, it might have been 1-0 Yankees. Bam, had the sound, and that's Gap City.
McCann in scoring position with 1 out for Chase Headley. Headley batting 6th today. Takes down 1-0.
A good stop by Bobby Wilson behind home plate. Pulling that pitch out of the dirt.
Headley 13 home runs last year. It is 135 games between San Diego and the Yankees. Had been the subject of trade rumors for a while. Even though last year was the first he was dealt, he had dealt with the rumors for quite a few years. Now finally feels like he has a home. As that pitch catches the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, you had heard his name in regards to the Yankees before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the Yankees have, of course, they have scouts everywhere, and Headley's a fine player.
And now Headley signed for the next 4 years here with the Yankees. As he takes down and away, ball 2.
Change up from Carnes.
Here's the trade that brought Headley to New York. Yangervis Solarte and DePaula going to San Diego. Solarte, the star of last year's spring training. Two-1 is lifted in the air to left. Jennings racing back to the track will drop it. He dropped the ball. McCann onto third, and Headley will head into second.
That is going to be an E7. Well, the wind is taking the ball from right to left. You can see off the heel of the glove, then off the wall. And the thing about it, Desmond Jennings did not make an error all last year. So he's in the spring training mode right now.
And that ball really carried as Alex Rodriguez steps in. A few more boos over the last couple of days for Alex.
There's a few more Rays fans here today. Alex has yet to play a road game.
Very true, Kenny. And playing in back-to-back games for the first time this spring after playing the field yesterday. Only had 1 chance, but made a nice backhanded stab. And now a couple aboard with 1 out. As A-Rod cracks a single to left, McCann will score. Headley stops at third. And Rodriguez with an RBI single here in the second to put the Yankees on the board.
A-Rod jumping on the first pitch from Carnes and lines it into left field. He had a kind of a bloop double yesterday, but this one is a more of a solid type hit. I'm not saying he got all of it, but a line drive into left field gets the job done as the Yankees jump out in front.
Alex has to feel good about that, especially a pitch on the inner half, getting to it. Lining it into left gives the Yankees a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. A-Rod started and stopped.
Another run scoring opportunity with just one out.
Stephen Drew at the plate. A-Rod, huh? No? All right.
There was a time when A-Rod was a big-time stolen base threat. I think those days are kind of gone by the wayside.
Yes. I'm sure he had a good chuckle over the start and stop. The 1-0 to Drew. Foul back. And Rodriguez said yesterday, Ken, that it would take him about 2 to 3 weeks before he felt he could evaluate himself at all, and said that's not really any different than he feels any spring training as far as self-evaluation goes. You need to wait a few weeks into spring.
Most definitely. That's true for just about all the players. Only the players who come in from winter ball, who just recently concluded their seasons, come to spring training really ready to go.
1-1, a little more gas to it from Carnes, but up and in. 2-1. Of
course, the Yankees have a new hitting coach in Jeff Pentland, but every hitting coach stresses situational hitting. You got to get that runner in from third base with less than 2 outs.
Pitch high and away. 3-1 to Stephen Drew. On deck, the shortstop Didi Gregorius, rounding out the Yankee lineup, batting ninth tonight.
Here's a look at Jeff Pentland.
Three-one count to Drew. Is down. Ball 4, and Stephen Drew walks. A-Rod heads back to first, but now he'll be told, nope, you're on to second. And the Yankees with the bases loaded as Didi Gregorius will step to the plate. There's one change that wasn't made with the Rays. Ken?
The longtime pitching coach Jim Hickey, and one of the better pitching coaches in the game, stresses the use of the changeup. It seemed like every Rays pitcher from David Price on down had an excellent changeup.
Last year, the Rays second in the AL in starters ERA, just behind Oakland. 3.48. Pitching staff has been good for a long time under Hickey. As Gregorius gets an opportunity here with the bases loaded and 1 out. Fouls that one off to the left side.
To give an example what the Rays been working with since '08, they've used 23 starting pitchers. That's 10 fewer than any other team in the American League. So they've not only kept their pitchers fairly healthy until recently, I would say.
With the injury to Moore, and now at least a look at the shoulder of Drew Smiley. As that one's just outside, 1-1.
That was the changeup.
Carnes, 27 years old, is the second oldest of the 11 pitchers on their 40-man. As that one's chopped over the mound towards the middle. Casilla hesitates, but fires in time. A run will score as the Yankees take a 2-0 lead on the RBI ground out from Didi Gregorius.
Yeah, give him a run batted in. You know, maybe certainly would like to have had a base hit, but he got that runner in from third base with less than 2 outs. Casilla at second really only had one play as he's charging the ball. He's going to pass in front of Stephen Drew and fires the first just in time to get Gregorius But the Yankees pick up their second run. At second base umpire Mark Wegner with the low bridge.
Gregorius retired. Yankees still with runners on second and third for Ellsbury. Takes a breaking ball down. Ellsbury grounded out to short in his first at bat.
You know, one thing you see that he made now, he grounded out, but he hit the ball very hard, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for hitters to start squaring up pitches, hitting them on the nose. The hits will come.
Outside with a change, 2-0. Ellsbury seems primed to get more opportunities at the leadoff spot this season after spending the majority of his time batting third last year. That part of the result of the Carlos Beltran injury, as the 2-0 is taken for a strike.
Well, you can see the pitch count for Carnes has jumped up there into what, the mid-30s, 34 now. So he has had to work a lot harder in his 2 innings than Michael Pineda did in his.
Breezed through 2, did Pineda. Ellsbury slaps one, diving stop by Longoria, and the throw in time saved a couple of runs, but the Yankees put a couple on the board. Alex Rodriguez with an RBI single to get things going for the Bombers.
A man pioneers a way to see the unseen, leading to radar, forever providing early warnings and safer journeys. The conviction to create a safer journey is the Mazda way. The Mazda 6 uses radar, lasers, and sensors to detect objects and even apply the brakes for you. Introducing the modern sports sedan, the 2015 Mazda 6. What do you drive?
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
I've been driving a Lincoln since long before anybody paid me to drive one. I didn't do it to be cool. I didn't do it to make a statement. I just liked it.
Lease an MKC for $349 a month, plus competitive owners and lessees get $1,000 bonus cash only at your Lincoln dealer.
The Yankees a 2-0 lead on Tampa Bay on the Audi A3 scoreboard here at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Get a chance to chat in the top of the third with Meredith Marakovitz, third member of our broadcast team. Meredith, Alex Rodriguez, an RBI single in the bottom of the second, and this after playing the field for the first time yesterday.
And Ryan, there are going to be a lot of firsts for Alex Rodriguez this spring. This is also the first time he's playing in back-to-back games, so it's always going to be him taking another step. But getting back to yesterday, playing in the field, he didn't see a ton of action out there, just one opportunity. He had to field a ball, backhand it, throw it to first, was able to execute that play. But he was asked after the game what his expectations are for himself defensively, and he said, not a lot of movement, at least not now. If the ball's hit to me, I'll catch it, I'll throw it to first. But I'm not expecting it to be an Ozzie Smith-like year, so he doesn't have particularly high expectations, but I think he's focusing right now more on the offensive end of things as opposed to the defensive end of things. He was also asked, did it feel like it had been a while since you had been out there in the field? And he said it felt like it had been 10 years or more, so he's still getting acclimated with things. And one thing that is incredibly hard to replicate is game speed, and that's kind of what he said. You can work out all you want over the offseason, but until you get in the game and you see how fast things move, that's when you really start to know where you're at.
Nathan Eovaldi, the new pitcher for the Yankees, his second appearance of the spring, 2-1 on Bobby Wilson. Meredith, Stephen Drew, the second baseman today, as the Yankees put out what could be their opening day starting lineup. What have you seen from him so far this spring?
Well, Stephen Drew is really hoping to turn it around from last season. And if you look at the last 3 seasons for him, as far as the way he came in during spring, he hasn't had the luxury of having a full spring. If you look at 3 years ago, he had an ankle injury, then a concussion, and then last year a contract dispute, and really just never seemed to get into the swing of things. Finished the season offensively batting 162, something that he feels he is a much better hitter than. Now, as far as why he chose to sign with the Yankees on a 1-year deal, playing second base, a position that he's not particularly familiar with. He said he doesn't feel as though he's a backup shortstop. He doesn't feel like he's a utility player. He thinks he can be an everyday player and feels as though he should easily be able to make that transition to second base. You saw it a little bit last year with the Yankees, but early in spring you can tell that sometimes he's still thinking a little bit out there on the field, and that's one thing he's focusing on this spring. He wants everything to be second nature as opposed to kind of going through his head, going through a checklist as he's out there at second base. Also, the angle's a little bit different, so it's just a matter of him getting some reps and having confidence out there.
The 3-2 is chopped to third. Headley, soft hands, and the throw for the first out of the inning.
Well, you can see a reason why the Yankees re-signed Chase Headley. He's an excellent third baseman. Had to charge, throw on the run, pick up a short hop. Very difficult. In time to get Bobby Wilson for out number 1. You can see Mark Teixeira acknowledging the good play by the man across the diamond, Chase Headley.
Now, Meredith, so much attention on the youngsters with promise this year in camp, and when it comes to the infield, it's Greg Bird at first or Rob Refsnyder at second, but Jose Perella has looked very good thus far this camp.
He certainly is opening some eyes there at second base. He can also play a couple different positions. And if you remember back to last year, he was a September call-up, and although he didn't have a ton of at-bats, just played in 7 games, he did hit .333, and at AAA had a nice year. Not a power guy, hit 10 home runs, but over 300 on the season for AAA. And so far this spring, Ryan, hitting .455. Now, that's a small sample size, but still will make the Yankees pay attention at least a little bit. And he was asked earlier in camp, you know, have you learned anything from coming up here last year, anything in September? And he said that kind of opened his eyes to the fact that every day, every play means something. You need to go hard all the time and give 100%. And then he added, I just want to continue to thank the Yankees for giving me the opportunity to go out there and do my job. So this is a guy that is thankful to be here and is continuing to impress people as he goes along.
Well, that was impressive from Eovaldi, 98 miles an hour on a high fastball, strike 3. Meredith, we'll catch up with you a little bit later on. Thank you.
Sounds good, Ryan. I'll talk to you guys later.
There it is. A look at that fastball, Eovaldi. That's one reason why the Yankees wanted him. They got him from the Marlins in a deal because he's got the heat. He just has to work on his secondary pitches, like his breaking ball and his splitter. He's trying to break out a splitter and work on it this year in spring training with the pitching coach Larry Rothschild.
Came down a little bit early to work on it as check swing there from Franklin.
There's that good curveball for a strike. There is Larry Rothschild and watching intently at a young man who could get it up there near 100 miles an hour.
97 on
97,
that.
yeah.
Was asking Larry Rothschild about it yesterday and said, with Eovaldi, we're still sort of learning what kind of fastball it is, but we know there's going to be consistent velocity without question. And they're another good hook for strike 2.
Good hook. Getting back to Meredith and her report, you know, Jose Perella, what'd she say? He's hitting .455 this spring?
Yeah, 5 for 11.
You got to love those late afternoon batting averages.
1-2 is down. Perella last year hit .305 at AAA.
He's had some good winter ball seasons down in Zulia and for the Zulia club in Venezuela. That's where he's from.
Eovaldi's 2-2. Grounded to second, right at Drew. Inning over. 1-2-3 for Eovaldi as the Yankees starters have been impressive through 3 innings of work.
Strikeout number 10 for Tanaka.
Hey, Yankees fans, take advantage of the Yankees' best deal of the season, the 9-game value plan. With tickets starting at just $90, that's just $10 per seat per game. You'll want to get this deal before it's gone. For more information about the Yankees 9-game value plan, visit Yankees.com. Email seasontickets@Yankees.com or call 212-YANKEES today.
These streets, they can be pretty crazy. You know what your solution to that is? A new Ford Fusion, Escape, or Explorer. You'll get the control of all-wheel drive and intelligent four-wheel drive, so almost nothing gets in your way. And your blind spots are covered. Talk about the total package. Ford has it big time.
Now lease a Fusion with no charge sync and sound for $149 a month, or get up to $2,500 cash back at your local Ford dealer.
We thought our cable internet was fast.
But our uploads are half the speed of our downloads, so our internet is really half fast.
So half fast.
Someone did a half-assed job posting our vacation pics.
When I post my slow jams, I'm a little half-assed.
Totally half-assed.
Stop living with half-fast internet. Only Verizon Fios comes with Speed Match, uploads as fast as downloads, and the fastest Wi-Fi available from any provider.
Today's game on Yes is brought to you in part by Jeep. Come in for great deals on the award-winning Jeep brand SUVs during the Jeep Awards season event. By Chase, with more ways to serve you in your neighborhood and on the go. And by your Tri-Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on the 2015 models. You see that, Ken? That is Bayshore Boulevard, which is the longest continuous waterfront sidewalk on Mondays in Florida in the world.
You know what? In other words, you just don't tell somebody I'll meet you on Bayshore Boulevard.
Yeah,
right?
no, you don't know where to go. It's about 4.5 miles long.
Okay.
I mean, the Mondays in Florida thing was made up, but the waterfront continuous sidewalk aspect of it was very much true. Nathan Karns staying out there for a third inning of work as he deals low to Brett Gardner.
I think we should point out to the fans who are watching, the driver of that car was not actually driving that fast.
No. That was 30 miles an hour, and it was just a time lapse with the camera. It's the magic of a GoPro camera.
Okay.
Now, the real story may be that he was late for work and had to create a blur on the roads, but we wouldn't want to do that. The Audi A3 scoreboard shows the Yankees up 2-0 after 2 runs in the bottom of the second as Gardner lines that one foul. Alex Rodriguez with an RBI single in the second. Didi Gregorius an RBI ground out. Michael Pineda worked 2 swift, smooth innings. And following him, Nathan Eovaldi. 1-2-3 in the top of the third.
Karns is still out there. They're building up his pitch count.
A real shot at the number 5 spot in the rotation as Gardner laces that one foul just over the head of somebody in that
grounds
Rays
crew.
dugout. Some of the grounds crew for the Yankees.
And the photographers down there in the photographers as well. Everybody's smiling, so I guess everybody's okay.
You always have to pay attention when you're at a ballpark.
I am telling you, the fans in the front few rows behind dugouts, you got to watch at all times.
That's why I used to always bring a glove to games, Kenny.
Good thinking.
You know, sometimes people think that may not be the coolest thing to do, but when you can snare a foul ball and save your face, there's value in it.
Yeah, when I was a kid, if somebody hit a ball where I was sitting, it wasn't going to hurt that much anyway because it's so far away.
The 2-2 is low. 3-2 on Gardner. You grew up going to games in the New York area, Ken?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Karns has stuff that the Rays really like. It's his control and consistency that they have questions about. As the payoff is laced to center, but right at Matuk, who puts it away for the first out.
That's twice that Gardner's hit the ball on the nose, the same as Ellsbury, and neither one of them has a hit as of yet. Ellsbury 0 for 2, now Gardner 0 for 2.
Carlos Beltran grounded out to short in his first at bat.
They're looking for a bounce-back year from Beltran. Healthy this year. He said he's a .281 career hitter.
And he takes a break ball strike.
But the thing about that .281 and how it breaks down, .281 career hitter in the National League and a .281 career hitter in the American League.
That's consistency.
That's the consistency, is right.
Second year of a 3-year deal for Beltran. Fastball over the inside corner for strike 2. You know, 2 years ago, too, with St. Louis, Ken, he was tremendous. Hit .298, slugged .614.
24 homers,
Yeah. As Beltran swings and misses strike 3. Let's take a listen into Carlos Beltran talking about struggling with his injuries last season.
It was 100%. I never was pain-free. It was a pain every day, and for me, it was basically every time I got to the ballpark, I was like, how am I going to play? How am I going to find a way to play without feeling pain? You know, how I can swing that I don't feel no pain. So all that get into you and to bad habits.
Joe Girardi talked about it a couple days ago as well, Ken. He said, you know, you end up just concentrating on, all right, I'm going to feel good enough just to play to get through it. You don't realize sometimes what a low percentage of your actual self you are because you're so focused on just trying to feel good enough to be on the field and contribute in some way that you forget that some way is nowhere near full efficacy.
No, and the fact is that it's always in the back of your mind. You know, you're wondering, is today the day I won't be able to play at all? Will I be able to play tomorrow? Can I play 2 days in a row? You know, I've had elbow surgery. There was a reason for it. You get out there and you're not really sure how you're going to feel that day.
Sheriff fouls it off. And the numbers I gave before, Kenny, actually, that was the first 17 games of last season before he ran into the wall in Tampa. And then the numbers started to dwindle, and then the elbow injury came, and it never was the same for Beltran. But as you mentioned, 2 years ago in St. Louis, 296, 24 homers, so he's not that far removed from a very productive season. Teixeira chops that one foul. Mark Teixeira feeling much better this spring as well after his well-documented no gluten diet. A 2-2 smash to center, catch made by Matuk as he came in to make the play for the final out of the inning. Hard contact, but no hits in the third.
This is heaven. I'll just have the lobster bisque. That is so like her.
Wouldn't it be great if everything good could last?
And some water. Lemon. With lemon.
Now it can when you buy a Lucky Sevens playbook from the New York Lottery.
NHL Center Ice lets you choose which games you watch every night of the season.
We are underway.
With up to 40 out-of-market games a week to choose from, you'll get more hits.
Oh, a monster hit.
More goals.
Oh, my heavens.
More saves.
What a save.
More adrenaline-pumping action from every team around the league. NHL Center Ice. The game lives where you do. For the lowest price of the season, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS.
You don't need a GPS to find a Ford at the best possible price. All you need is an instinct for savings. Follow it, and you'll find your best buy on a Ford at All American Ford on Route 17 South in Paramus, or All American Ford on River Street in Hackensack, or on Route 9 South in Old Bridge, or at our newest location on Route 28 in Kingston, New York. That's 4 easy, convenient locations. Follow your instinct, and you'll see why anyone can afford an all-American Ford.
March, everyone knows it, comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. And at Maxon Hyundai, so do our customers. They come in ferociously looking for a great deal and leave with a smile.
Right now, you can get a 2015 Hyundai Sonata for just $129 a month.
Or the all-new Elantra,
just $89 a month.
Both no money down, so march like a lion and walk out happy as a lamb. Only when you make your move to Maxon, prices so low.
They're insane.
2015 New York Yankees season tickets are on sale now. Benefits include access to the New York Yankees Legacy Club, exclusive season ticket licensee events, and more. Season ticket plans are available on both full season and partial season basis and start at $90 with our 9-game value plan. Buy your season tickets today. Call 212-YANKEES or log on to Yankees.com. Ryan Rucco, Ken Singleton with you in Tampa. Start of the fourth as Desmond Jennings has his second hit of the afternoon, the only 2 for the Rays. Both hit well, finding a hole in the right side.
Yeah, he's got some making up to do because he made the error that kind of helped the Yankees along, and for them to score 2 runs in the second inning.
Jennings tracked a fly ball down the left field line, hit by Chase Headley, got under it, and it just popped out of his glove on the warning track. Wind carried it a bit, but he was there.
No, it's your big league outfielder. You're supposed to make the play.
Yeah. Here's James Loney. Second inning of work for Nathan Eovaldi in his second appearance of the spring. Likely to go 3 innings today. Down and in for ball 1.
And James Loney, one of the most consistent players in the game. A solid fielder at first base. Hit .290 last year for the Rays. Previous year he hit .299. That's tough. .299. Hitters will tell you 300's easy. .299 is tough to do.
Not easy to land on as that's fought off foul.
He's the only league player last year that didn't go more than 10 at bats without a hit. The only one. That's how consistent he is.
There's such value in consistency in this game, especially too, Ken, when you have to trot out a lineup 162 times just to know what you're getting.
Now, he's not a big time home run hitter. He's more of a line drive type hitter. And there are those who would, or his detractors would say, you need more power out of first base. But you get somebody hit .290 and, you know, on base percentage about .350, carry a good glove, drive in some runs. He drove in 69 runs last year.
And to do it consistently year after year.
Now the Rays actually gave him a 3-year deal.
Did that before the start of last season.
Yeah, there you go. There are the numbers lately.
Was with the Dodgers to begin his career, a year with Boston, and then on to Tampa. That crackles outside for ball 3. Eovaldi consistently in those mid to high 90s. We've seen him hit 98 this afternoon already. Hit hard. Gregorius, a nice leaning grab for the first out of the inning.
Quick reactions by the Yankee shortstop, and yet another line drive off the bat of James Loney. And the second highest line drive output per at bat last year. The year before he was #1 in terms of balls hit that were line drives. Good play by Gregorius. Glove save and a beauty.
Making use of those shades. Longoria takes outside. Ball 1. Longoria struck out against Michael Pineda in his first at bat. Rays have brought a lot of their regulars here to George M. Steinbrenner Field.
Well, there's a reason for that. This is like a home game for them. They want to show the home fans, that at least the Rays fans that are here at Steinbrenner Field today, that they brought a representative team with them. They want to see the likes of Longoria and Loney and Desmond Jennings, Steven Souza, the big outfielder they've got in a trade over the winter. All those guys are here today.
Souza was the centerpiece of that Will Myers trade. Souza on deck. Some Rays fans in the stands catching the action with their phones, if not their eyes.
I mean, Port Charlotte is, what, 2 hours south of here on I-75. So it's, a lot of these fans might not get a chance to see their team during the course of spring training.
Sure, sure. It's nice to see that sort of consideration, actually, for the fans in the area.
You know, it's interesting because speaking with Joe Girardi before the game, and he was talking about how much time the teams in Florida spend on buses because the towns, the spring training towns and cities are so far apart.
Whereas in Arizona, it's much different. It's Longoria.
Yep, look out.
Just got out of the way.
The thing about it, the furthest trip in Arizona is about 40 minutes. Now, outside of Clearwater and Dunedin, those are the two closest for the Yankees.
Longoria rips one through the left side. Gardner will track it down and hold Jennings at second. But two hard-hit singles in the inning for Tampa, and they have 2 on. Now, you mentioned Souza arriving in this Will Myers trade, Ken, and we take a look at all the pieces, a 3-team deal, with Washington receiving Joe Ross and a player to be named later. Look at all the inventory exchange between San Diego and Tampa, though.
Wow, a lot of players marching in that deal, including Souza.
And Souza, the main piece. Bats here with 2 on. At AAA last year, in 96 games, Souza, 350 hitter, hit 18 home runs, and was brought up by the Nationals and used more as a defensive replacement. He takes a nice breaking ball for a strike, to the point that, Ken, people, when they've talked about Souza, almost don't mention his offense and think of him exclusively defensively, but he has hit very well in the minor leagues.
Yeah, maybe thinking of defensively for one play that he made last year.
Saved a no-hitter. And here it was, Jordan Zimmermann at the end of the regular season trying to complete a no-hitter for the Nationals, and thanks to Steven Souza, he was able to do just that as Souza made an unbelievable full body length diving catch and then hung on, completing the catch through the turf.
2 outs in the 9th inning, made that play.
Talk about punctuating a no-no. Just a tremendous catch. And his stellar defensive reputation that was buoyed by that play actually has obscured his offensive reputation, but he can hit.
Yeah, he was Rookie of the Year in the International League last year, International League, and also the MVP.
1-2, outside corner for strike 3. A little bit up, but on the corner, and Eovaldi gets Souza looking.
Souza might have gotten a rookie treatment on this call. He wanted the ball high, threw it right. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. High and outside, just a little high and outside, but it's called a strike by Eric Cooper.
Yeah, that is a strike that I'm sure Eovaldi hopes to get all season long. And there is no chance he will.
No.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier batting with 2 on and 2 out. The Yankees leading 2-0 in the 4th, and a check swing on strike 1.
Man, he's throwing some fire.
It's consistent too, Kenny. He's not just gassing on a 1-2 count. He's in the mid-high 90s every fastball he's firing. Outside with a change. As long as the pitch count doesn't get run up too high, Eovaldi likely to pitch 1 more inning. Down and in, 2-1.
Yeah, this is his 2nd outing of the spring. Michael Pineda went 2 innings because it was his 1st outing of the spring. Try and build up those arms.
The average fastball velocity for Eovaldi last year, Ken, was 4th highest in baseball. 95.7 miles an hour. We've seen a really good, consistent hook this afternoon as well.
Yeah, you know, these are the games where you work on things. You want to get your curveball, your breaking ball consistently over the plate. He's done that. You know, we've seen the power fastball. He's working on the splitter. He's thrown a couple of those.
The 2-2 is chopped foul off of Kiermaier. Eovaldi, one of the 4 starters who figures to have a spot in this rotation, with Sabathia, Tanaka, and Pineda being the others. And then that 5th starter spot, more up for grabs.
Chris Capuano is, I would say, the leader in the clubhouse right now.
Adam Warren, a potential option. Esmail Rogers fighting as well. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Eovaldi with the off speed to retire Kiermaier and strand the runners. The Yankees a 2-0 lead after 3.5.
This award season, the red carpet has shades of green. The spotlight shines all day. And the best four-wheeler of the year lets you go where others can't. So you end up with the best seats in the house. The 2015 Jeep Award Season event. Get a low-mileage lease on the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Latitude for $199 a month for well-qualified returning lessees.
Get the LG G3 for 0 down with Verizon Edge. Available at Verizon.
Never before has this kind of passion, this kind of innovation, engineering, design, and performance been available for this kind of price. The 2015 CLA from Mercedes-Benz.
Time to take a look at the Mazda upcoming schedule. Yankees will travel to face Baltimore tomorrow, and then back-to-back home games that'll be on Yes, including Masahiro Tanaka's first start of the spring, Thursday night, under the lights here at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Now, the Saturday game on Yes is against the Tigers. The Yankees will also travel to face Toronto. And then 3 games on Yes for you next week as well. Tuesday, Thursday, and then Sunday against...
The Rays have a new pitcher in the ball game. That's going to be Brandon Gomes. Part of their bullpen for a portion of the season last year. 29 games, 2-2. Now here's a situation that came up in yesterday's game. Brian McCann leading off an inning. Hit a ball to the opposite field for a base hit.
With the shift employed.
With the shift employed, much in the same way as it is now. Now he did that in the 4th inning. The Yankees won the game by a score of 3-2. McCann scored when he got that leadoff hit that inning.
Does he have any ideas of it here? Taking inside 1-1.
Tell you what, you score a run after doing that. It just, you know. Now he did hit a booming double to the gap in right center his last time up.
He seemed very open to going the other way against the shift.
Certain situations, but you can't go the other way on a changeup when you're out in front.
No.
That's
1-2.
A good pitch from Gomes.
Gomes in his 4th year with Tampa. From Fall River, Massachusetts. 1-2. Chopped up the middle. Grabbed there by Franklin and on to first for the first out. It's Longoria actually who makes the play in the shift. Let's take a listen into Brian McCann talking about possibly bunting to beat the shift.
Bunting for me is what the defense gives you, the situation. If we need the leadoff guy on, if I'm leading off an inning and the scores, you know, if we're down, then yeah, I'll definitely drop one down to start a rally, hopefully.
See, the difference was the Yankees are up in this game. They're up 2-0.
And already a double, as you mentioned, from McCann that sizzled to the right center field gap. But situationally, there are plenty of times where, hey, all you need is a base runner. And if half the field's being given to you.
That was yesterday.
Here's Chase Headley against Gomes, swing and a miss. Headley reached on an E7 his first time up. Desmond Jennings dropping a fly ball on the track down the left field line. Helped open up a big inning for the Yankees where they put up their 2 runs. Swing and a miss, got him.
Another off-speed pitch from Gomes. And plenty of that. That might have been a splitter as he picks up the strikeout.
You hear the mixed applause for Alex Rodriguez. Ken pointed out before, some more Rays fans in the stands today, so perhaps part of the contributing factor to a few more boos. Rodriguez lined a RBI single to left his first at bat. And here he lines a single to right. Into the vacated hole, Rodriguez goes against the shift. And 2 for 2 is A-Rod.
Let's see what the pitch is. You can see the space on the right side of the field as the Rays employ the shift against A-Rod. And it looked like something off speed, and he just served it into right field. We'll take another look. Yep, that's the slider, and he goes with it. Not really off the end of the bat, but there was nobody home on the right side.
Rodriguez now 4 for 8 thus far this spring. And Stephen Drew takes ball 1. And the contact a little bit more solid today for Rodriguez.
Yeah, I was watching BP, and he was driving the ball a little bit better, spraying it all over the field.
Drew takes strike 1.
I want to see what happens when he gets one to order out, see if he can get one to go. But in this game, you got to walk before you start running. So take the hits.
Popped up, left side. Franklin is there for the final out of the inning. A base hit from Alex Rodriguez, but nothing more. We get to chat with Joe Girardi. He's putting on the headset right now. He'll hear us in a moment.
Own the Adventure sales event now through March 31st. Land Rover, above and beyond.
This is heaven. I'll just have the lobster bisque. That is so like her.
Wouldn't it be great if everything good could last?
And some water. Lemon. With lemon.
Now it can when you buy a Lucky Sevens playbook from the New York Lottery.
I'll ride the highway. I'm going my way. I leave a story untold.
You just keep sending more pictures.
If you're a free-range chicken, you roam free. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You know how fast you're going? It's a Dodge Challenger. It's a gross misuse of power.
You got passed by a Passat, even with that available 485 horsepower Hemi V8.
Is that chamber music?
Yeah.
Ah, get out of the car.
Some things you just don't do in a Dodge. Now during award season, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on Charger SXT or Challenger SXT for $259 a month with $29.99 to its signing.
Top Top of the 5th inning in Tampa. Yankees a 2-0 lead on the Rays. Ryan Ruocco, Ken Singleton with you. And top of the 5th means we get a chance to chat with the Yankee manager, Joe Girardi. Hello there, Joe.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, Kenny. How are you guys?
We're doing very well. Beautiful day today once again in Florida.
Another crummy day.
Yeah, exactly. Ken's got the golf clubs ready to go. Now, our audience gets a treat today, Joe, because we get to see 2 of your starting pitchers. Nathan Eovaldi still working, and we saw Michael Pineda earlier cruise through 2 innings. What'd you see from Pineda?
Outstanding stuff. Quality strikes. Very similar to what he does during the season. Good fastball, good slider, and threw some good changeups as well today. And Michael works quick, keeps his pitch count down, and that's why he gets deep into games.
Well, did he have to throw some more down the bullpen?
He might have. I didn't necessarily pay attention to that, but a lot of times, you know, if they're scheduled to go 35 pitches and they only throw 25, they'll go throw 10 more in the bullpen.
Joe, he's had so many shoulder issues over the years. Is there anything different you have to do with him during spring training, maintenance-wise, to make sure he's all good?
No. I mean, the big thing for him is he had a normal offseason. You know, there's a bunch of our guys that got to have normal off seasons, whether it was a Tex or a McCann, that weren't coming off injuries, and I think that always helps. But no, I mean, we stay on all our pitchers to make sure that they keep their shoulders strong by doing their exercises. But no, nothing particular. Mac's mad he didn't catch that. It's not easy to do.
Joe, you've got Eovaldi on the mound right now, and we've seen him. He has 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. It looks like it's easy gas. He's got a nice, easy windup.
Yeah.
It's almost effortless the way the ball. And he's hit 98 today.
Yeah, he's got a good arm, and he's thrown some really good curveballs today.
Base hit to right field there from Casilla, as Tampa gets the leadoff runner aboard.
And he's gotten behind and come back with it and made some good pitches. He's thrown some good splits as well. So we're pleased with where he's at, too.
Joe, I know obviously you knew about Eovaldi before actually watching him, but from getting to see him thus far in camp, what's something that maybe you didn't realize just from your scouting reports going into this season?
Well, I mean, obviously he's very athletic. He holds runners really well. I mean, there's a lot of little things that he does right, and his split has been a pitch that we've worked on, and it's come along with breaking ball again. But he can pitch, and he's got a number of weapons that he can go to. We saw him last year in Panama, interesting enough, and I remember saying, man, this kid's got a great arm, you know, not knowing that a year later he'd be in our camp. But I was impressed by him.
Is one of those type of pitchers that's making the step up from being a pitcher as opposed to being a thrower. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you have such a great arm, a lot of times you can breeze through innings as you're coming up through the minor leagues, because guys aren't used to seeing that on a consistent basis. But then as you get up here, you have to learn how to pitch, and you have to learn how to use all your pitches, sequences in and out, and he does a good job with that.
And there he is holding on the runner, as Joe talked about. Now, today, Joe, we saw Gardner and Ellsbury, who both made good contact twice, nothing to show for it, at the top of your order. That's something that we very well could see opening day, yeah?
Yeah, very possible. I like those two guys up there together. I think they put a lot of pressure on a pitcher, on a defense. They're going to score on a lot of doubles when they're on first base. And there's a lot those two can do together. So there's a big wasp flying by me.
Really?
Yeah. So we like the pressure.
Are we going to have to stop the game?
No. Like, Joe, you're in great shape. I feel like you could just snatch it out of the air.
No, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to let him do his thing.
Good throw from McCann.
Strike him out, throw him out. That's a nice double play.
2-in-1 as Eovaldi gets the K, and McCann guns down Casilla.
Here's a look at it, and nice scoop by McCann, too.
Yeah.
Throws there, and the tag by Drew. You see, Ryan, if you haven't known, you haven't been around, this is your first game. Joe has a habit of having quick innings when he comes on.
I try.
And to get 2 outs on 1 play, he's really going into his back pocket and pulling out the tricks now.
And the other thing, Ryan, is I never do it when we're hitting, because I don't want quick innings.
I like it. Joe, I mean, a little bit of the defense on display there, but just how good can this team be defensively this year?
I think really, really good. I mean, when you talk about, you got 2 shortstops up the middle. You got an outstanding first baseman who's won Gold Glove. We've seen what Hadley was capable of doing last year, the great defense that he played. I think we have 2 Gold Glove outfielders. and Carlos, who was a Gold Glove outfielder. So I mean, I really like the defense that we have.
The 0-2. Well,
Good
Joe,
split.
you're in luck. There it goes.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for moving it right along.
Hey, you got it right as ordered by Joe Girardi. Nathan Eovaldi with a couple more strikeouts to add to his tally.
These streets, they can be pretty crazy. You know what your solution to that is? A new Ford Fusion, Escape, or Explorer. You'll get the control of all-wheel drive and intelligent four-wheel drive, so almost nothing gets in your way. And your blind spots are covered. Talk about the total package. Ford has it big time.
Right now, lease an Escape SC four-wheel drive for $179 a month, or get up to $22.50 cash back at your local Ford dealer.
Sometimes the best used car on the road is the one you're still using. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
More excitement, more adventure, more tunes, more versatility. America's most exciting lineup is at your local Nissan store now. And now's the best time to get yours.
Choose the 38 MPG Highway Altima, now just $189 per month. Or get 0% APR financing for up to 60 months.
Get to Nissan now. Hurry, event ends March 31st.
Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
This spring, the city will awaken to the world's most popular sport, fueled by New York's most passionate fans, on the city's most iconic stage. Led by international superstar Davi Villa, New York City FC is the first MLS team in the 5 boroughs. Live coverage on Guest, presented by Etihad Airways. Kicks off Saturday, March 21st.
Hey, Wednesday afternoon, spring training coverage continues here on Yes, when the Yankees welcome the Red Sox to Steinbrenner Field. Our coverage starts at 1 o'clock with the latest news from camp right here on Yes. Bottom of the 5th inning at George M. Steinbrenner Field. The Yankees a 2-0 lead and a new pitcher for Tampa Bay. Ernesto Frieri, 29-year-old right-handed reliever, into the game, and he deals low, ball 1 to Didi Gregorius. Frieri struggled last season with the Angels and the Pirates, but his numbers out of the pen from 09 to 2013, very good, as that's gobbled up by Vince Belnomi into the game for James Loney at first for the first out.
Yeah, I think the number that was the telling number as we looked at the stats from Frieri was the fact that he gave up 11 home runs last year, and that's how he fell out of favor with the Angels. He was a closer, and it's not a good thing when your closer giving up home runs in the 9th inning.
No, that's not the way they draw it up.
No, they don't.
Here's Jacoby Ellsbury getting a third at bat. Fouls off strike 1. Some defensive changes for Tampa. We will get you in a moment. After the Rays brought many of their regulars over to Steinbrenner Field. Ellsbury 0 for 2. Good contact, both at bats. And good contact again. This time, some fruit at the end of that label.
Yeah, finally found a hole out there and picks up a base hit. He grounded out hard to short and very hard to third. He was robbed of a hit by Longoria in the 2nd inning, but not this time. Off-speed pitch out over the plate, stays right on it, lines it to left field, and a 1 for 3 afternoon for Jacoby Ellsbury. So he's on with 1 out.
Brett Gardner steps in. Gardner takes away. The defensive changes for Tampa. Taylor Motter goes into left field. Boop Howell moves into center for Matuk.
Not that Boop Powell.
No, different one. Yeah, there is no barbecue out in center field now. strike.
And did we mention Eugenio Velez at third base?
At third base, yep. Eugenio Velez in for Evan Longoria. And at first, you just saw him on the ground out from Gregorius, but Vince Belnomi in for James Loney. Gardner line out to center, his last at bat. He's hit it hard twice with no results as well. Grounded out sharply to short in the first. Michael talked about it yesterday, Kenny, but drastic splits for Gardner between the first half of last season and the second. As Gardner spanks that one foul.
He still hit more than half of his home runs in the second half of the year, but his batting average fell somewhat.
Went from around 280 down to 220 the second half of the season.
Ended up at 256 overall, which a lot of hitters would take, but when you're up around 280, 300, you want to stay up there.
Fought off to left. Motter is there. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Gardner's day, you'd think, probably done after a third at bat. Same with Ellsbury. We shall see. Beltran getting his third plate appearance and hammers this one down the right field line foul.
That was a little bit off the end of the bat. That's why Beltran is checking to see if that bat is maintained its ability to be used. You know, you get one of those hairline fractures in there. All of a sudden your bat is snapping next time you make contact.
Beltran takes away ball one. Beltran coming off career lows in batting average and OPS as he battled those injuries to his elbow last season, but all cleaned up. And the most important thing, he has felt pain-free this entire spring and offseason after recovering from surgery. Said he's not thinking about it, which sometimes that's an issue too, Kenny, just when you're recovering, getting it out of your head in the aftermath of a surgery.
Yeah, and well, he had most of the winter to recover, so he got it out of the way. It appears he worked out very hard and came in just about ready to go, just fine-tuning.
Ball three. Beltran batting third today. Could very well be his landing spot in the order when this season starts, the first week of April. Outside, ball four, and Beltran works a walk as Ellsbury will move on to second.
Did you see that? Ellsbury out at second, and the shift was on. Ellsbury got to second base and started to run for third, and the third baseman Velez was moving over towards third kind of casually, and all of a sudden had to pick up the pace.
Pinch runner for the Yankees.
Gotta watch those speedy guys.
Yeah. We saw Johnny Damon help the Yankees win a World Series similarly. Teixeira lofts this one into left. Fighting the sun is Motter, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. Speedsters on the bases. You need to be careful when you're employing a shift. They might try and win a foot race. Jacoby Ellsbury was eyeing it. Just a false alarm.
There's parallel parking, or there's parking that's unparalleled. And 2 miles per gallon difference may not seem like much until you have to walk it. Reliability is now an American thing. Drive the all-new Chrysler 200 during the Chrysler Awards season event. Get a low-mileage lease on 200 Limited for $149 a month for well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles.
Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see.
What will be doesn't have to be.
At Lee's Toyota, the only thing falling are the prices. I'm Cindy with Lee's Toyota, and welcome to our White Tag sales event going on now. Shop our 3 large showrooms in one location, and the price on the tag is the price you pay. You'll get a lot for a little with no hassle. Just honesty and integrity. The foundation of Lee's Toyota for over 50 years. Don't wait. Get here today and see white as you save some green. The White Tag sales event. See what a great deal really is at Lee's Toyota. You better believe it.
The Lexus Command Performance Sales Event has begun. Command track-tested precision with the fastest-growing automotive luxury brand on the road, including the exhilarating IS, powerful GS, and first-ever RC Coupe. With more new models than ever, there's never been a better time to experience Lexus performance during the Command Performance Sales Event. Get great offers on our most dynamic models now through March 31st. Lease the all-wheel drive 2015 GS 350F Sport with complimentary navigation system for these terms, and we'll make your first month's payment.
Top of the 6th inning in Tampa. The Yankees a 2-0 lead on the Rays. New pitcher is David Carpenter after Nathan Eovaldi worked 3 scoreless innings. And first pitch swinging from Nick Franklin fouled off. Defensive changes for the Yankees in this 6th. Ramon Flores into left, Slade Heathcott in center, Tyler Austin in right. Middle infield stays the same. Headley remains anchored at third. Bird in at first, and Austin Romine is now behind the plate for Brian McCann. Carpenter, strike 2. Now Greg Bird has really impressed thus far in camp for the Yankees. Had a mammoth home run off a lefty. He's a left-handed hitter a couple of afternoons ago, a 3-run shot.
It's against the Astros in Kissimmee.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Good gas upstairs from Carpenter, strike 3. And Meredith, Greg Bird, he seems to be one of these guys who's just a baseball junkie, huh?
He really likes it, hitting in particular, and his teammates enjoy watching him hit those 400-plus feet home runs. But him himself, he likes to talk to people, ask him a lot about hitting, and a lot of his teammates have told me that they actually go up to him and ask him what they should be looking for, what pitchers are doing in particular situations. And although he's just 22 years old, they say he seems like a veteran out there. He seems to have all the answers or know where to find them. And his teammate Aaron Judge told me that it's almost like he's a 40-year-old trapped in a 22-year-old body, that he's just that knowledgeable about the game. And it seems like, Ryan, he just can't get enough of it. But he was a guy that hit a 450-foot home run in the Arizona Fall League in that East-West game, and he was actually trending on Twitter at the time. And talk about old school Twitter, he doesn't have any Twitter. He doesn't want anything to do with Twitter. He was also the MVP of the Arizona Fall League, and he plays first base for the most part. But interestingly enough, Kenny, I think you brought this up the other day, he actually was drafted as a catcher.
Yeah, that's true. He's made the transition to first base. Meredith, I wish I was still trapped in a 22-year-old body.
So, Meredith, you had to break the news about him trending?
I did not. The reporters at the Arizona Fall League said everybody's talking about this huge home run. It was on the MLB network. It just kept going and going. It seemed like it wasn't going to come down forever. Nobody had an actual thought on how far it went, but the guess was about 450 feet, and people were telling him about it, and he was like, what are you talking about? I don't have Twitter. I'm not looking there. I don't want anything to do with that.
There's probably NASA had a good look at it.
And it seems, Meredith, that one of the things that the coaching staff loves about him, the power and the approach as well, just all around like the way he looks at the plate.
That's a lot of it, and he puts a tremendous amount of time in, like a lot of these guys do, but he just seems like he's wise beyond his years, and that's one of the things that the Yankees do, in fact, like about him. But you mentioned that he's a guy that seems as though he's really turned it on the last couple of years. In 2013, he felt like that was really a breakout year for him. He was transitioning to first base, and he said it kind of just all clicked. He needed to learn how to go about his business as a professional, exactly what he should be doing every year, and really it was a matter of reps and a matter of comfort for him, and since then he's continued to improve.
Yeah, the video looked like a short, compact, powerful swing.
At the Arizona Fall League, some footage where he was the MVP. Thank you, Meredith. We will catch up with Meredith a little bit later on. Breaking ball for a strike from David Carpenter. I talked to Carpenter today, Kenny, and he said he is just so jazzed up to be reunited with Brian McCann, who he had a ton of success with as his catcher in Atlanta. Now, Romine's behind the plate now, and I joked with him. I said, are you going to try and convince McCann to stay in there an extra inning? He said, if I give him a ride home and I offer him to, do you think he'll stay? I said, I don't know if that price is going to work.
Not at this point in spring training.
Yeah.
Everybody gets through 3 at-bats and then they're gone, or 2 or 3 at-bats and then they're gone. But one thing you'll notice about Carpenter, he is a hard thrower. As Brian Cashman made the deal with the Atlanta Braves, Carpenter's in it, and just another hard thrower in the bullpen. Somebody that Joe Girardi can go to in those middle innings. Teams around baseball have made those middle innings tough ones to deal with because everybody's trying to add those power arms.
The 2-2 to Velnomi in the dirt. Take a look at the trade on January 1st.
Happy New Year
to Manny Banuelos, David Carpenter, Chase Shreve, who all changed homes on that day. Banuelos, of course, such a highly touted prospect for years with the Yankees, and now moving on to Atlanta, trying to rejigger the career there. 2-2 from Carpenter. A bit high, make it the 3-2, ball 4. And Velnomi walks. There's something interesting Carpenter was talking about when we were joking about McCann staying. He said, here's the great thing about the catchers here, though. He feels like all of them sort of take the mold of the manager when it comes to their reception ability. Romine, John Ryan Murphy, all really know how to handle the defensive end of things and make it easy on this pitching staff. So he feels comfortable with any of the 3.
Well, let's put it this way. They have a manager who's a former catcher.
That's right.
And the same thing can be said about the Rays. Kevin Cash was a former catcher. In fact, they spent some time with the Yankees in 2009. When they won the World Series, he got a ring.
Former catchers do often make good managers. Yeah.
Well, they're in on every play. Let's put it that way.
I mean, outfield DHs make good managers too, Ken. Don't get me wrong.
You know what? I never had it in my mind to manage a baseball game.
Eugenio Velez takes strike 2. Another good fastball from Carpenter.
I did enough of that as a kid with Stratomatic.
I feel like you would have had a calm, even keel demeanor as a manager.
You know what? Maybe until that first 2-game losing streak.
Then angry Kenny comes
out. I played for a manager, didn't like losing.
Yeah, Earl.
Yeah.
Throw down, not in time, as the ball in the dirt created an opportunity for Velnomi on to second. In scoring position with 2 outs here. Good base running from Vince Velnomi, recognizing the situation. 2 strikes and 2 outs. Didn't hesitate when that pitch went in the dirt.
Well, you're taught to watch the trajectory of the pitch as you're leading off first base. And if you can see it's low and the possibility gets in the dirt, but yeah, you're right. That was a good jump. And still, they almost got him.
Ryan McCann threw out Desmond Jennings earlier this afternoon.
That's a real base stealer that he threw out.
Yeah. Outside, ball 2. Eugenio Velez replacing Evan Longoria, who was 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. Velez rips that one to center, has some tail on it, but the catch is made by Slade Heathcott for the final out of the frame. Yankees still putting up zeros after 5.5.
This award season, the red carpet has shades of green. The spotlight shines all day. And the best four-wheeler of the year lets you go where others can't. so you end up with the best seats in the house. The 2015 Jeep Award Season event. Get a low-mileage lease on the 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $279 a month for well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles.
We thought our cable internet was fast.
But our uploads are half the speed of our downloads, so our internet is really half fast.
So half fast.
Someone did a half-fast job posting our vacation pics.
When I post my slow jams, I'm a little half-fast.
Totally half-fast.
Stop living with half-fast internet. Only Verizon Fios comes with Speed Match, uploads as fast as downloads, and the fastest Wi-Fi available from any provider.
Grandpa Bodie, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes. The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
The Stars will be out in Brooklyn when the Nets and Pelicans battle at Barclays. What a move! Darren Williams! Tomorrow, the Nets keep their playoff push rolling when they face rising superstar Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. Live coverage starts tomorrow at 7. Watch the Nets on Yes.
Ryan Rucco, Ken Singleton with you. At Steinbrenner Field, the Yankees a 2-0 lead over the Rays. 2 runs in the bottom of the second, courtesy of an Alex Rodriguez RBI single and a Didi Gregorius RBI ground out. New pitcher for Tampa as that one's fouled back. Jordan Norberto is the new pitcher for the Rays. Hasn't pitched in the majors since 2012. Was last with Sacramento in AAA in 2013. As Austin Romine takes down 1-1.
Yeah, Norberto didn't pitch at all last year. He was injured. So this is his first spring training in a while.
Romine's first at bat of the afternoon. Crack to center, a base hit for Austin Romine.
Of course, Romine in the mix for the backup catching job, and he leads off the bottom of the 6th inning with a solid single to center field.
Romine out of options, so the Yankees will be taking a big gamble, send him through waivers if they wanted him to go down, and he likely would be claimed. As Chase Headley check swing, strike 1. Headley 0 for 2, did reach on an error in the second and score. Desmond Jennings dropping his fly ball on the warning track and left. Struck out in the 4th.
I think as a switch hitter, though, this is his first at bat right-handed, so he gets a chance to work on both sides of the plate this afternoon. You know, people don't, you know, when you're a switch hitter, you got twice as much work as the other hitters to get your act together.
How often in spring, Ken, did you have one side of the plate feeling ready to go for the season and the other nowhere near? As Headley bounces one to third, second for one on to first, 5-4-3 double play.
Yeah, there's a double play around the horn started by Velez. Yeah, it's always felt comfortable from both sides.
Yeah,
I felt that I did need my at-bats right-handed though, face some left-handers. Velez gets rid of this ball quickly to Casilla, who turns it over to Belnome for the double play. Got Headley by a step.
Alex Rodriguez steps in, his 3rd at bat of the afternoon. 2 for 2. A line single to left and a single through the shift to right. And Rodriguez swinging early in the count today, fouls that one off. Nice catch by a fan. So your left and right would come along at about the same time?
Because you know, you get your work in from both sides of the plate every day, no matter if you go in a ball game and just face right-handers. Already before the game starts, you've had enough swings right-handed.
Lifted to center. Racing back is Powell to make the play. Rodriguez is retired. 6 innings in the books. The Yankees a 2-0 lead here on Yes.
driving a Lincoln since long before anybody paid me to drive one. I didn't do it to be cool. I didn't do it to make a statement. I just liked it.
Lease an MKC for $349 a month, plus competitive owners and lessees get $1,000 bonus cash only at your Lincoln dealer.
Amy, can I get your number and take you out sometime?
Yeah, it's 555-4226.
Sal's Pizza.
Is this 555?
4226.
Pick up a delivery.
Win 4, 4226 straight.
Make the most of the numbers that are in front of you every day.
Thank you.
Play the daily draw games from the New York Lottery.
When you set out to find new roads, you pioneer connectivity, champion efficiency, elevate form, reinvent a category, and you attract a lot of attention. Chevrolet, the most awarded car company over the last year.
Right now, current qualified competitive lessees can get this 2015 Chevy Cruze LT for around $159 a month.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Major League Soccer is coming to Yes. Now you can be a part of the club. Enter the New York City FC Fan Reporter Contest. Show off your soccer passion and sideline reporting skills, and you could join the Yes On Air team for a home match at Yankee Stadium. For complete entry details, go to nycfc.com.
Welcome back to George M. Steinbrenner Field. I'm Meredith Morakovitz alongside today's starting pitcher, Michael Pineda. Michael, 2 innings of work, but when you're on the mound, they went awfully quick. So how did you feel out there?
I'm feeling pretty good today. And everything is working good.
Was there one thing that you were working on today?
Well, this is my first start in this spring, so I'm working on it for be good command for my fastball and throw my old pitches.
You threw your fastball, your slider, your changeup. Last year, you threw that changeup a lot. Do you plan on using that pitch a lot this year as well?
Oh, yeah. So my changes hurt me a lot last year. So this year, I'm trying to throw a little more changeup, and it's good.
And what's your goal for the 2015 season?
Well, the first thing is working hard every day for be healthy for the whole season and help my team for go to playoffs and winner.
You had the injury last year. How do you stay healthy this year?
Well, we don't have control for this happens. So my opinion is just working hard and be strong and play the game.
Michael, thanks for the time.
You're welcome.
Ryan and Kenny, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, Meredith, thank you. Michael Pineda, dominant and smooth.
Yes.
In his 2 innings of work, coasted through.
Yeah, 24 pitches. 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Control was very good. Looked very impressive in his first outing of the spring. I'm sure he's happy. I'm sure the Yankees are happy, and their fans should be too, the way he looked today.
Take a look at the Ford scoreboard. The Yankees a 2-0 lead on the Rays. Top of the 7th inning. Justin Wilson, the new Yankee pitcher. Lefty acquired from Pittsburgh this offseason.
Another lefty arm that Joe Girardi can go to. There are the numbers: 61 strikeouts in 60 innings. Maybe a few too many walks with 30, but 61 Ks. That tells you he can rush it up there too. This is our first look at Justin Wilson on a Yes telecast.
High and away as he hits 95 on cue. Steven Souza with his 3rd at bat of the day. 0 for 2. Check swing. Did he go? He did. Strike 3 as Wilson retires Souza. Now, we heard from Michael Pineda moments ago. Let's check out his outing this afternoon.
Yeah, much in the same way Justin Wilson blew that one by Souza. Look at Pineda. Good breaking ball right there for a strikeout. Change up for a strikeout. Ground ball. He got 3 ground balls in the 2nd inning. And as I said, 24 pitches in 2 innings. Very impressive. Michael Pineda.
Joe Girardi saying before, that's Big Mike.
Big Mike. You know, if the rest of the pitchers can be like Mike, they'd be okay. Especially on a day like today. What was that? What was the song? I want to be like Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually, most people think it was about Michael Jordan, but it was actually written years in advance of Michael Pineda's career. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just great foresight by the lyrical writers. Here's Corey Brown taking outside. Pineda's control too, Kenny.
Yeah.
He really threw strikes last season, and today, I don't know if he had a 3-ball count. A lefty Wilson.
I know it's early, but the Yankee pitchers have been piling up the strikeouts here.
Yes, sir.
They had 8 strikeouts and 2 walks in yesterday's game. And today there's 9 strikeouts, and we're only through 7, not through 7 innings yet, and 1 walk. Power arms. The hitters have some catching up to do. Let's put it that way.
Remember, last season, the Yankees pitchers finished with the 2nd highest strikeout to walk ratio in modern Major League history since 1900. They had a 3.44 strikeout to walk ratio, and that man, Larry Rothschild, a big reason why. He has done a tremendous job with the Yankees pitching staff since coming to this organization. Justin Wilson, one of the lefties that Joe Girardi may have at his disposal in this pen as well. More options from that side in relief than Girardi has had in the past. The payoff, foul back.
Another addition, left-hander Andrew Miller.
Yep. A very important addition.
Yeah.
Through yesterday before Dellin Betances, which neither read anything into as far as where they might go.
1 inning.
Yeah.
Nothing across. A strikeout for Miller yesterday.
Wilson serves up a single to left. Good at bat there from Corey Brown, and he eventually wins the battle. Hey, this spring, Major League Soccer comes to Yes with the historic inaugural season of New York City Football Club. The first game on Yes is Saturday, March 21st, with coverage beginning at 3:30. New York City FC on Yes is presented by Etihad Airways.
Now, actually, they had a draw yesterday, 1-1.
They did with Orlando.
Yeah, Kaká scored the tying goal.
Very good,
Yeah,
Ken.
well.
You're on it. And remember, Ken, the home opener is this Sunday, March 15th at Yankee Stadium.
That's pretty cool.
Very exciting stuff. There is a thirst for soccer in this country.
Well, I heard they had 60,000 fans at that game.
Yes, they did.
That was in Orlando
yeah.
yesterday.
You know where they play, Ken?
No.
Citrus Bowl. That's a tremendous crowd.
You get a lot of people that go to Disney World, go to a game.
Yeah.
Make for a nice afternoon.
There's a strike from Wilson after the single by the lefty Jeremy Brown. I saw Clint Dempsey had a couple of goals yesterday, American soccer hero. That was for the Seattle Sounders.
It's another team that draws very well.
Incredibly well. It's a whole ordeal
Yeah.
in Seattle. Same thing in Portland. They have a really strong following in the Pacific Northwest in the MLS.
Here's Alexi Garcia. He's trying to make this ball club. He's a non-roster player. He's had some time in the big leagues.
There goes Brown. Ball bounced, and Brown will groove into second easily with a stolen base.
Tough play for Austin Romine behind home plate. First of all, he had to worry about stopping the pitch in the dirt. Decent jump, but no chance for Romine. Tough pitch to throw anybody out on. In fact, he's just worried about blocking it. We'll give Corey Brown a stolen base.
Runner in scoring position for Casilla. Chops one to short. Nice hop there for Culver, who fires to first for the second out. First base coach for Tampa Bay, a familiar face, Rocco Baldelli.
Yeah, they've made some changes not only with players but on the coaching staff as well. It had been George Hendrick for a number of years when Joe Madden was the manager, but Rocco Baldelli, first year as the first base coach, youngest coach in major leagues, 33 years old, and he was a Rays special assistant, #1 draft pick out of Woonsocket, Rhode Island. He was known as the Woonsocket Rocket. He could really fly.
Just could not stay
healthy. Yeah.
Had eye-popping talent.
That's a cool nickname.
That is a cool nickname. Bobby Wilson takes high, 2-0. It's Luke Mailey who will end up stepping into the dish. Wilson was 0 for 2. And Mailey lifts one to shallow right. Under it is Austin to make the play. And the Yankees pitchers continue to put zeros on the board. A runner stranded at third as Justin Wilson throws a scoreless 7th inning, and we will keep things right here as we take a moment to honor America here at George M. Steinbrenner Field with God Bless America.
Where he is a physical therapy technician, aiding in the rehabilitation of our brave men and women who are injured on the front lines all over the world. While he stands with the Yankees during the singing of God Bless America, let's have a warm round of applause for Senior Airman Vander Bosch and all of our brave men and women for their sacrifices for our country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your caps and join in Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.
These streets, they can be pretty crazy. You know what your solution to that is? A new Ford Fusion, Escape, or Explorer. You'll get the control of all-wheel drive and intelligent four-wheel drive, so almost nothing gets in your way. And your blind spots are covered. Talk about the total package. Ford has it big time.
Now get an Explorer with 0% financing for 60 months, or lease one for $229 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
The 2-2. He got him! 100 miles an hour!
Come out to Yankee Stadium to see the New York Yankees in action. And bring a group of 10 or more out to Yankee Stadium to take advantage of the many group ticket specials available, including pregame food and beverage options and game day suite rentals. For more information on entertaining your team with ours, visit Yankees.com, call 212-YANKEES, or email groups@Yankees.com.
Never before has this kind of passion, this kind of innovation, engineering, design, and performance been available for this kind of price? The 2015 CLA from Mercedes-Benz.
Rob Refsnyder getting ready to step in the bottom of the 7th on the Ford scoreboard. The Yankees leading the Rays 2-0. And Refsnyder, one of those young hitters that Yankee fans very excited about, and he has performed well thus far this spring.
And that's what he did last year in the minor leagues. 318 on base percentage, very good. 387. Showed some power with the 14 home runs. Started as an outfielder, now learning the trade at second base.
Facing a new pitcher, Kirby Yates, and strike one to Refsnyder. Yates in his rookie year with Tampa, a 3.75 ERA. Joe Girardi was talking about Refsnyder the other day and said, it's not a soft 300 he hit in the minors, and that's hit hard right there.
Yes, it is. Very quick on an inside pitch. I saw him take a few rounds of batting practice to hit the ball well to the opposite field. He has an idea when he's at the plate. Ball in, you pull it just like that. And it's a leadoff single here in the 7th inning. Bam. Quick hands.
Girardi loves he never overswings, uses all fields, and now is 5 for 9 thus far this spring. Cito Culver replacing Didi Gregorius with his first at bat of the afternoon, takes ball one. Culver waves and misses at the off-speed offering from Yates. 1-1. Culver once a very highly touted prospect as well. First-round pick.
Excellent fielder, but you saw by his stats, I mean, the bat hasn't caught up to the glove. We showed that defensive play that he had made in our first Yes Telecom. Man, was that a pull?
Tremendous. Showed off that arm and range. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Got him out in front of a breaking ball. Nice breeze wafting in the booth right now, Ken. You like this?
Yeah, it's kind of cooling things off a little bit. It's not that it's a hot day.
Well, it was like 82 in the sun earlier.
Let's put it this way. You're up north, you don't want this type of breezes.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rob Refsnyder on first after a single. There's a particular term that he doesn't love.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I hate the word prospect. I don't even know what that means, because I've always been, taught and kind of grew up, and you either get the job or you don't. You either succeed or you fail, and I don't like the word prospect, because a lot of people fail as prospects, and I just want to be a baseball player.
Love that perspective from Refsnyder. Wants to make good on the hype around him, not be known for that hype.
Well, he can swing the bat. We know that. And I don't think he's very far from being playing in the major leagues.
There he goes. Huge jump. I mean, a massive jump and no throw as Refsnyder steals second.
Man, it's such a big jump. He had a chance to get second and third. Look at this. Before Yates delivers, he is on his way.
Not many steals a season ago in the minors, just 9 between Trenton and Scranton-Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, but they want to find out about you in big league camp. And it's a good time to go. The Yankees trying to pick up an insurance run here late in the ball game in the 7th. Up 2-0. Trying to tack on, get a runner in scoring position.
Slade Heathcott, his first at bat, takes strike 2.
He got another high draft pick, but he's had some injury issues over the years.
Serious injury issues.
Slowed him down.
Limited to just 9 games last year. Plays with reckless abandon, and a max effort guy who suffered the consequences as a result. As Heathcott smashes that up the middle and through for a base hit. Brett Snyder being waved home. He will score on the airmail throw. And on to second, and holding on and flopping back is Slade Heathcott with an RBI single. And the Yankees take a 3-0 lead.
Well, Boog Powell airmailed home plate. That was all the way to the backstop. And Heathcott not only picks up an RBI single, but some good base running. Once he saw the throw it this high, he just continued on down to second base. Boog Powell. He threw that one to nobody in particular.
And then you had the graceful dance moves of Slade Heathcott.
What? One down, almost two down. You trip me, I'll trip you.
And safely at second with the RBI single is Slade Heathcott. I was talking to Rob Thompson about Slade Heathcott the other day, and he said, I know he's had injuries, but he is a really impressive athlete, and he looks healthy. As Ramon Flores takes ball 1. Flores with a homer already this spring, as you see Rob Thompson now in a new role as bench coach, something he did a few years ago before moving to third, and now back to the bench.
You know, Joe Girardi said, I was talking to Joe before the game. The Yankees have been scoring a lot of runs late in ball games, and this is when the rookies are getting into the game.
Yeah.
The younger players.
Tells you something about the rookies they have, perhaps.
Well, of course, they're facing rookies from other clubs most of the time, but they're still, well, they had a 6-run 9th inning over in Kissimmee the other day.
Yeah.
They had a 4-run 9th inning in the Clearwater in the first game. Aaron Judge with the 3-run homer to tie the game. Greg Bird with the long home run in Kissimmee.
Yeah. Flores had one as well. Flores cranks one deep to right field. Does he have another? That one's going to hang in the yard. Caught on the track by Ryan. Make that Souza out there right. On to third goes Heathcott. And a good ride from Ramon Flores, but not quite enough.
Yeah, he picked the wrong day. If you look out there at the flags in center, wind's blowing from right to left, and that kind of knocked that one down. But still, he got some good wood on that one.
Now, Butch Weiniger has said about Flores that he is going to have thump in his bat. He's projected it for a while.
Yeah, I have talked to a few scouts, and they really like him. So, and these are scouts from other teams.
Pitch outside to Tyler Austin.
Now, Austin had a run the other day, too. And here's another guy who comes in the ball game later in the game after the regulars are out. And like Heathcott, he's had some problems with injuries, too.
Dealt with wrist issues. Down and away. Good stop from Maley. 2-0 to Tyler Austin. Austin grew up a Yankee fan. Derek Jeter was his favorite player. But he grew up in Atlanta, though.
Yeah, get online for that one, though.
Yeah, that's right. He's not unique for that generation. Grew up outside of Georgia, outside of Atlanta in Georgia, and his grandma was a Yankee fan. She'd always pull him in to watch Yankee games, and as a result, he ended up rooting for them and becoming a Jeter fan. Pitch a strike from Yates. More than a strikeout per inning last year for Kirby Yates, who appeared in 37 games out of the pen for Tampa as a rookie. Ball 4, Austin walks. Here's Tyler Austin talking about growing up as a Yankee fan.
My first ever baseball team when I was growing up was the Yankees. And my grandmother was a big Yankees fan while I was growing up, so I'd watch the games in there with her. So it basically turned me into a Yankees fan as a little kid. So you know, it's a blessing to be able to put on this uniform every day.
You don't want to go against Grandma, so
no.
If she's a big Yankee fan, you almost have no choice there, Ken. But Grandma made a good choice. We're all happy with that sound decision. First and third for the Yankees, 2 outs in this bottom of the 7th. Greg Bird chatted about his ability earlier, now at the dish with his first at bat of the afternoon as Austin dives back. Bird, the MVP of the Arizona Fall League. Showed a good eye in the minors last year with that on-base percentage. And takes ball 1. In the Arizona Fall League, he raked
6 home runs.
Just 26 games. Ranked 4th on Baseball America's top 10 Yankees prospects. Also got some national love for prospects outside the organization as well. Appeared on Keith Law's top 100 prospects in all of baseball.
Right now he's got a good hitter's count. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yates delivers the 2-0. High, ball 3. And the patient Bird ahead in the count 3-0.
You know, they didn't send him up here to walk. I'd let him swing. 3 balls and no strikes. Give him the green light. This is spring training. Try and put the game out of reach with 1 swing.
See if Greg Bird gets that green light. And if Yates obliges with a cookie. The 3-0. Right down Broadway.
Throw him another one. We want to see the young man hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No. Yeah. But do you want your hitter getting out of what he would normally do?
I don't say that. You know, maybe during the course of the regular season, wherever he was in the minor leagues, he got the 3-0. I mean, every once in a while, you're going to get the green light. You good enough hitter, the manager has enough faith in you, go for it.
Bird can really drive the ball middle away as well. The 3-1 to Bird from Yates. Swung on and fouled back. And a full count. Austin will take off from first with the full count and 2 outs. He'll do that just to the right of those 2 men. Yep, right over there, Rob Thompson. Here's the payoff to Greg Bird. Runner goes, and we'll do it again.
Challenging fastball from Kirby Yates.
.24 pitches in the inning for Yates. The 3-2. Foul back as Bird stays alive. That time a little something off speed.
Yeah, he tried to trick him with a changeup, and Bird got a piece of it to spoil it. No matter what happens, he's had a pretty good at bat here. Oh, that was a high changeup. That's a dangerous pitch.
Something Joe Girardi has loved about him and Judge in particular. No panic deep in counts from these young hitters. On display again. The payoff. Hit in the air down the left field line, foul, and Bird staying alive up there. We'll see yet another pitch. And a good looking at bat from Greg Bird with a runner in scoring position. Heathcott leading off third. Austin having to run on every one of these 3-2 pitches off first. The 3-2 is hammered down the right field line, and that is going to be a fair ball, bouncing up and over for a ground rule double as Greg Bird's persistence pays off, and a ribby double for the young Yankees.
Yeah, there's an example of the type of hitter that Greg Bird is, and Yankees hope can be at the major league level. Fouled off several pitches, got quick hands. My goodness, got the barrel of the bat, ripped that one into the corner, bounces around, finally off the playing field, and the Yankees now at a 4-0 lead. And that's Jim Hickey out to talk to Kirby Yates.
Who knows if there is...
There have been some impressive young players. Yeah.
And who knows if there's immediate major league opportunity for these guys, Ken, but...
Yeah, well, they keep playing like this in the minors, that opportunity will become more and more immediate.
And you never know if somebody goes down.
Exactly. I will tell you this. I never made a major league team out of spring training. But in June, I got called up because I had a good season going. But once I got called up, never went back.
Austin Romine will take ball one. Romine singled in his first at bat. Boy, you know, even when we were looking at the Arizona Fall League footage, Bird looked like he had quick hands.
Yeah.
Real balance at the plate. And a patient at bat, fighting pitches off before the double as Romine cuts and misses. Bird and Judge, who we heard a lot about going into camp, and Ref Snyder as well, they have all hit very well in these early weeks.
Yeah, I would say Bird and Judge, you can, if you look a little to the future here, you can see a 3-4 hitter combination.
Swing and a miss from Romine.
Just a little more seasoning.
Yeah. Joe Girardi was talking about those young guys and said the interesting thing is a lot of them have been in the minors for not a long period of time, so they're not on the 40-man roster. As Romine takes high, a lot of the tantalizing players who we've seen, they look this good so far in camp and have not really spent much time in the minors yet.
Yeah, they don't even have to be protected on the 40-man.
2 on, 2 out, 4-0 Yankees lead, the 2-2 from Yates. High, ball 3, full count on Austin Romine.
Kind of a rough inning for Yates here. He's been looking for the third out for a number of hitters. 3 of the last 4 have reached safely.
Austin leads off third. Bird, a huge lead off second. Here's the payoff. Down and away, ball 4, and Yates still searching for that third out. And he's not going to get a chance to find it. We'll step aside. The base is loaded. The Yankees still threatening in this bottom of the 7th with 2 outs.
This award season, the red carpet has shades of green. The spotlight shines all day. And the best four-wheeler of the year lets you go where others can't. So you end up with the best seats in the house. The 2015 Jeep Award Season event. Get a low-mileage lease on the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Latitude for $199 a month for well-qualified returning lessees.
Get the LG G3 for 0 down with Verizon Edge. Available at Verizon.
There's parallel parking, or there's parking that's unparalleled. And 2 miles per gallon difference may not seem like much until you have to walk it. Reliability is now an American thing. Drive the all-new Chrysler 200 during the Chrysler Awards season event. Get a low-mileage lease on 200 Limited for $149 a month for well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles.
Hey, tomorrow night on Yes, the Brooklyn Nets wrap up their 5-game homestand when they collide with rising superstar Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock with the Verizon Files pregame. Watch the Nets on Yes.
I've seen you on the Nets games on Yes.
You certainly have,
Yeah.
and you will again next week in Minnesota and Cleveland. Yeah, that's right. I've really lucked out with my travel this winter. Until next week, that'll make up for it, I would think. New pitcher, C.J. Riefenhauser for Tampa, pitching to Cole Figueroa, his first at bat of the afternoon, and it comes with the bases loaded. Figueroa chops one to first, and easy doing as Riefenhauser touches up on the 3-1 putout. The Yankees add some runs, strand 3 onto the 8th.
You know how fast you're going? It's a Dodge Challenger. It's a gross misuse of power.
You got passed by a Passat, even with that available 485 horsepower Hemi V8.
Is that chamber music?
Yeah. Ah, get out of the car.
Some things you just don't do in a Dodge, now during award season. Right now, get a low-mileage lease on Dodge Dart SXT for $129 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Buy NBA League Pass and watch the excitement of the season wherever you want. You'll get live NBA games on your TV, computer, tablet, and phone.
How remarkable is this?
Watch the incredible action anywhere. Buy NBA League Pass for only 4 payments of $24.99 a month. To order now, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directtv.com/NBA.
Let's trade keys during Hillside Honda's Trade-In to Trade-Up sales event. Trade up to a 2015 Pilot 4-wheel drive LX with 0.9% financing up to 36 months, or a 2015 Accord Sedan LX with 0.9 financing up to 36 months, and drive a 2015 Civic Sedan SE with 0.9 financing up to 48 months. So let's trade keys, trade in, trade up during Hillside Honda's Trade-In to Trade-Up event. Go to hillsidehonda.com. Your chance to trade in, trade up right now. I love Hillside Honda.
March, everyone knows it, comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. And at Maxon Hyundai, so do our customers. They come in ferociously looking for a great deal and leave with a smile.
Right now, you can get a 2015 Hyundai Sonata for just $129 a month.
Or the all-new Elantra,
just $89 a month.
Both no money down, so march like a lion and walk out happy as a lamb. Only when you make your move to Maxon, prices so low.
They're insane.
Time for the game summary brought to you by the Lincoln Motor Company. Yankees with 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd, 2 in the bottom of the 7th. The pitching has been outstanding, started by Pineda and Eovaldi. And Alex Rodriguez with a few good swings this afternoon. 2 hits and an RBI to show for it. Couldn't have wanted much more from Pineda and Eovaldi in their 5 innings.
From all the pitchers in general, to be honest with you, they've allowed just 5 hits. I mentioned the fact that there's been 9 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Very impressive afternoon for the Yankee pitchers on the mound today.
Diego Moreno deals to Boog Powell ball one. Moreno in the minors. Saw the numbers. Too many hits for innings pitched led to the +4 ERA. Powell has to corkscrew out of the way, and it's 3-0 as Moreno has been all over the place in the first three.
Yeah, how quickly you can move when danger is imminent.
Moreno spent time with Double and Triple A last year, and he walks Powell on 4 pitches.
That's not the way you want to get things started. What'd you say, a few too many walks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hits. At Triple A last year, he gave up 62 hits and 46 1/3 innings. Moreno was part of the A.J. Burnett deal when the Yankees sent Burnett to Pittsburgh. That one clipped the hand
HBP
of Robertson. Those are always dangerous, Kenny.
Yeah, somebody got hit the other day, and it's going to miss some time. It was Hunter Pence.
Yeah, Pence is out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep, that's not good for the reigning world champs.
After he played 162 games last year.
And Moreno has not really come close with a strike as of yet.
No, he has not.
Robertson's going to stay in the game as he heads down to first base. Romine's talking with Moreno.
Try and calm him down as the Rays with a couple of base runners after the walk and hit by pitch. Moreno a chance to wiggle his way out of trouble. Rays have threatened a few times.
He needs to get a ground ball to one of the middle infielders here.
Here's Motter. Taylor Motter 0 for 1, and he chops it foul. Be able to catch Yankees baseball on, yes, Wednesday and Thursday as well. Wednesday against the Red Sox at 1, and then a night game Thursday with Masahiro Tanaka getting his first start.
Tanaka time.
Tanaka time indeed against the Braves. Tanaka is chatting in the clubhouse today saying he is ready, feels good. Came through a simulated game. Feeling terrific a couple days ago. Swing and a miss from Motter.
All these guys are competitors. They want to get out there and face somebody in a different uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all that stuff about facing your own pitchers as a hitter or your pitchers facing your own hitters. It's not the same at all.
Motter grounds one, could be 2, 5, 4. Not in time and wide on the throw. Coming home safely to score Tampa's first run is Powell. And it's a 4-1 game after the throwing error by Ref Snyder.
Mel Moreno did get the ground ball of one of his infielders, and Figueroa gets it to Ref Snyder right there, but in his haste to turn it over, he throws it away. An accurate throw would have been a close play at first. Here's the throw from Bird to home, but it's not in time to get Boog Powell. I'll tell you what, the other Boog Powell never ran that fast. But he could hit him a long way. Former American League MVP.
Vince Belnomi's second plate appearance. Runner goes, pitch low, Romine's throw lower. And a stolen base for Motter. And that hair was just flapping in the breeze.
Nice pickup, but a low worm burning type throw to second base. This is a tough pitch to throw on.
That one stayed down, too.
Motter picks up the stolen base.
Line drive, snared at short by Culver for the second out.
Well, normally they call third base the hot corner, but today Yankee shortstops have made some stops on some line drives. We saw Gregorius earlier in the game, and right now, Cito Culver, proving you got to get up to get down. He makes a nice play.
Culver has the glove. He's been showing it off. Eugenio Velez 0 for 1 with a fly out. Motter on second, 2 away, and a good diving breaking ball there. Was it a change
up
from Moreno?
A good one.
The 0-1 to Velez. Jake Elmore on deck for Tampa, awaiting his potential first at bat of the afternoon. One and 2.
We mentioned Rocco Baldelli at first, and the Rays also have a new third base coach, Charlie Montoya, who was their AAA manager for a number of years. And with the shifting around of the coaching staff, he gets rewarded, moved up to the big league level as a third base coach.
Part of Kevin Cash's new staff. Cash, the youngest manager / coach in any of the major 4 pro sports. Brad Stevens, the Boston Celtics head coach, the second youngest. Cash 37, Stevens 38. Right back up the middle. Moreno nearly lost his head. Instead, is hoping for a throw out at home, but that throw sails to the backstop from Heathcott. It's an RBI single and a cracked one from Velez, and it's a 4-2 game.
But center fielders are throwing the ball home today as if home plate is further away from center this year. This is the second one we've seen go all the way to the backstop. This time it's Heathcott air Maryland home plate.
These throws have been reaching the screen on a fly.
Yeah, man. Well, let's put it this way. He's shown a strong arm.
Here's Jake Elmore, an opportunity to cut closer with a runner on second and 2 outs. Moreno, the first Yankee pitcher to hit any sort of speed bump this afternoon. Yankee hurlers had coasted through the first 7. 0-1. Grounded up the middle, and off the glove of Culver, trickles into center. Another run will score, and it's a 4-3 game as the 2-out rally continues for Tampa.
It's amazing how things can go so quietly for a while, and then all of a sudden third base coach Charlie Montoya gets a lot of visitors, and he's sending them on home. Good effort by Culver off the end of the glove. And the Rays are going to pick up their 3rd run of the inning.
Larry Rothschild will come out and chat with Diego Moreno. Rothschild's first trip to the mound of the afternoon. Don't have to make quite as many in spring training.
No, because usually the changes are at the end of innings. Just a new pitcher knows he's coming in.
And often. Corey Brown, 1 for 1, takes low and away, ball 1. Brown single in the 7th in his first at bat. 1-0 to the lefty hitter is cut on and missed. 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, good movement, too. That one just went down and away from Corey Brown.
Throw to first. Elmore dives back. It's got to be so tough, Kenny, when you're trying to make an impression, trying to make a team, and and you just have a rough afternoon.
Yeah, there are different elements to spring training for different players. You know, the veterans are just trying to they know they're on a team. The youngsters who are battling for jobs and might have a chance of making it, they have to play well right from the beginning and just continue to open the eyes of the coaching staff and the general manager on a daily basis. And there are others who just want to open their eyes for future considerations.
Moreno high with ball 2.
And I kind of went through all 3 of those.
Yeah.
You know, you go to spring camp, you know you got no chance. Then you come into maybe the next year, there's an outside chance if things break right, I might make the team. 1 year I was the last player cut. And then you come to camp, you're on the team, I'm just going to get myself together.
It feels vastly different every camp.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
In those 3 instances, it feels different. Once you're a veteran, spring training.
Elmore leads off first. 2-2 count on Corey Brown. Strike 3, got him. And the inning is over. 3 runs for the Rays. Moreno escapes further trouble. Yankees lead it 4-3.
Hey, Dad, can you open the moonroof?
Sure.
Oh, look at that thing. You know, I used to share a bedroom with 9 siblings and 3 dogs. We used to take turns looking out of one window. I only saw the moon 3 times before my 16th birthday.
That's awful.
It is awful, and it's also not true.
You know what's awful? Your driving's awful.
BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in now to the BMW Sports Activity Sales Event for exceptional offers.
This is heaven. I'll just have the lobster bisque. Thank you. No, Nancy, for some reason, I didn't get the email again. That is so like her.
Turn off the lights downstairs.
Oh, I think I forgot.
Wouldn't it be great if everything good could last?
And some water?
Lemon.
With lemon.
Now it can when you buy a Lucky Sevens playbook from the New York Lottery. You get 6 games for the price of 4.
We thought our cable internet was fast.
But our uploads are half the speed of our downloads, so our internet is really half fast.
So half fast.
Someone did a half-assed job posting our vacation pics.
When I post my slow jams, I'm a little half-assed.
Totally half-assed.
Stop living with half-fast internet. Only Verizon Fios comes with Speed Match, uploads as fast as downloads, and the fastest Wi-Fi available from any provider.
When Martin Cooper invented the mobile phone in 1973,
hello? Yeah, this is Marty. Guess what we did?
Connectivity took a mighty leap forward. Staying connected is also the Mazda way. That's why the 2015 Mazda 3 uses cutting-edge technology.
Hey. Hi. Headed home?
On my way.
To keep you seamlessly connected to the world around you and the road beneath you. This is the 2015 Mazda 3. What do you drive?
And with today's starting catcher, Brian McCann. Brian, we saw Michael Pineda for the first time. Just breezed through 2 innings. So what impressed you most about him?
I mean, everything. I mean, and I feel like I repeat myself every time he pitches, but to have the command he has with the stuff he has, it's, you know, that's why we're all excited about going into the season.
You look at him, the command he has, the stuff he has, but he seems so relaxed out there on the mound. Have you ever seen somebody with a combination of those 2 things, with being that relaxed?
Very few, and the very few are amazing pitchers. So he's getting better and better, and it's exciting to see him come into camp healthy and with a look on his face. I mean, he's on a mission, I feel like.
He was immediately followed by Nathan Eovaldi, the first time you're kind of getting to work with him. How long does that typically take for the pitcher-catcher relationship to kind of develop?
You probably halfway through spring, maybe a little bit later. You want you know, I want him to go out and pitch, and then you know, once I get innings under my belt with him, I'll be able to, you know, express more of an opinion. So I want him to be comfortable. He looked great today. He was hitting the glove. He was that split he was throwing. He was putting it where he needed to, and he was efficient.
That was Meredith Marakovitz with Brian McCann a few moments ago, detailing the performance of his two starters who saw action today. Both very impressive. And Brian McCann is such a well-liked guy in that clubhouse.
Well, it's not only that, he's a leadership type guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can be liked but not be a leader. He's both.
That's very true. Jake Cave's first at bat of the afternoon after Alex Rodriguez went 2 for 3 with an RBI in the DH spot. Cave has stood out this spring and is coming off a year in which he advanced from high A in Tampa to Double-A in Trenton. Had some success each place as Cave flies this one to center for the first out of the inning.
I think one thing you're looking for out of left-handed hitters, young left-handed hitters like a Jake Cave, you're looking at how do they do against left-handers? How do they hang in there? And even though he flew out to center field, he hung in there to hold at bat against the lefty and hit the ball fairly well to center. That's what you're looking for. Not overmatched by left-handed pitching.
C.J. Riefenhauser staying on after recording the final out of the 7th inning. Riefenhauser, a local guy to New York from Mayapack. Was born in Yonkers.
Hey, right next door to Mount Vernon, huh?
That's right. Where you grew up, Kenny.
Yeah.
He made his debut against the Yankees. Actually, he only appeared in 7 games for Tampa, but his first 4 were against the Yankees. So they could watch at home. They didn't have to worry about that.
All his relatives, he could either watch or have tickets to the game, right?
That's right. Ref Snyder fights that one off into shallow right, and a hopping catch made by Brett for the second out.
Ryan Brett ranging far and wide. Well, air time. And maybe he wanted to catch the ball a little early.
Yeah.
But he makes the play. That's what counts.
We can't call it a leap, but we can give you a hop, Brett. Culver takes strike 1. Cito Culver struck out in his first plate appearance. Has a nice snare of a line drive at short, and he went around strike 2. Riefenhauser looked pretty sharp. Figures to be a factor in the Rays bullpen this regular season.
Yeah, left-handed option. They're having some issues with their bullpen. Jake McGee, who is their closer, had some loose bodies removed from his elbow, and they're saying he might not be back until May. And unfortunately for Grant Balfour, his father's not doing well, and he's back in Australia tending to his ill dad. And we want to wish him and his dad the best.
Certainly do. Riefenhauser with a strong 8th. 1, 2, 3 go the Yanks. Bombers looking to close out a win next on Yes.
You put in 4 hours before the 9-to-5ers even show up. And you don't drive to an office, your van is your office. For you, Ford created a new kind of full-size van. The all-new Transit with EcoBoost. Efficient where it counts and built Ford tough. And so customizable, it'll fit any business like a work glove. This is the all-new Ford Transit.
Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months or up to $2,000 cash back on a Ford Transit at your local Ford dealer.
Hey Yankees fans, individual game tickets for the 2015 season at Yankee Stadium are on sale now at Yankees.com or by calling Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. This season features some great games against the best of the American League, plus some terrific interleague matchups. Act now. Log on to Yankees.com or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849 to get your tickets today.
The Lexus Command Performance Sales Event has begun. Command track-tested precision with the fastest-growing automotive luxury brand on the road, including the exhilarating IS, powerful GS, and first-ever RC Coupe. With more new models than ever, there's never been a better time to experience Lexus performance during the Command Performance Sales Event. Get great offers on our most dynamic models now through March 31st. Lease the 2015 RC350 for $449 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
Today's game on Yes is brought to you in part by Dodge. Come in for high-powered deals during the Dodge Awards Season event. Just an absolutely perfect day here at George M. Steinbrenner Field. It's in Tampa, Florida, where the Yankees looking to close out a win, leading the Rays 4-3. Look at those puffy white clouds, Kenny.
Come back here in July, those puffy white clouds might have some
rain,
thunderheads.
Chris Martin takes the mound for the Yankees. Should we get the lead singer of Coldplay joke out of the way right away? Yeah. All right, it's done. Martin, another one of the Yankee pitchers who are not vertically challenged. 6'8". Ryan Brett, beard in midseason form.
A lot of these youngsters get in the tail end of ball games. They take a 2-hour bus ride and get one at bat.
And on one pitch, sometimes they one out.
Yeah.
Bird puts it away. You know, Bird's offense is so noticeable that, you know, his defense has sort of gotten the reputation of, well, he's still working his way around first, but
it's pretty good.
Yeah, when I was talking to Robbie Thompson about it, he said, I've really liked the way that Bird has looked around the bag at first base. Hard.
Yeah, we mentioned that he started out as a catcher. Now, there was a pretty good Gold Glove first baseman who started out as a catcher. Remember the big cat, Andres Galarraga?
Sure.
Yeah, well, he started out as a catcher as well with the Expos and eventually became a Gold Glove first baseman with them and the Colorado Rockies. The big cat.
He could hit too.
Oh, yeah, he could. I think he finished with 399 home runs, I think.
Ball 2. Luke Maile. 0 for 1 with a fly out. That one is hammered deep to left field. That ball is going to be one hop off the wall. And into second with a double is Luke Maile. And the Rays have the tying run in scoring position with one out.
Now this one came close to going out of the ballpark and tying the game. It was a pitch up in the zone. And Maile almost got this one out of here. Well, he's at second, got a pinch runner for him. Number 36 is the pinch runner. That is Hak-Ju Lee, who's pinch running.
Hak-Ju Lee leads off second. Here's Powell taking down and away, ball 1. Powell walks, scored in the 8th in his first plate appearance. Chris Martin working in the mid-90s, 94, 95. The 28-year-old reliever deals inside 2-0. Martin made his major league debut last year, appeared in 16 games. Two O's a strike, pumped in there.
Well, Martin now pitching under pressure. Don't want to give up that tying run. See if he can work out of it here.
One is line foul. I would imagine there's as much incentive to winning the game as there is to ending the afternoon earlier when it comes to spring training games. You don't want to be the guy who made everybody stay long.
Yeah, well, that's true. Because you know, the players have gotten their work in.
Sure.
Even the guys who are not in the game today, they've gotten their daily work in, getting ready for the season.
Strike three. Tied him up with some high inside cheese, and 2 away here in the ninth.
Yeah, Boop Powell caught looking. Let's see. Eric Cooper might have helped Martin out here a little bit. Yeah, that was borderline. Remember the song by Madonna? Borderline. Yeah,
sure.
That's what it was.
I didn't know you were a Madonna fan.
Well, I just remember that song.
Sure.
Yeah.
Try and cover it. Hawk Julie leads off second, 2 outs, and strike one to Daniel Robertson. A 4-3 Yankees lead. Rays down to their final out with a runner in scoring position. The 0-1 from Martin. Inside, and ball one. Yankees scoring started with an Alex Rodriguez RBI single in the second. He had 2 hits on the afternoon. Michael Pineda, Nathan Eovaldi, impressive in 5 combined innings. As this one's chopped slowly foul. And now Chris Martin a strike away from ending this game. Crowd anticipating the final strike here at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Robertson bats with the shades on, a 1-2 count. Martin delivers strike 3. The bat goes flying. The ball does not. Game over as the Yankees lock down a 4-3 win this afternoon in Tampa.
Might have been an off-speed pitch. Yeah, it was. It was a changeup. Robertson out in front. And once again, turns into bat day for a lucky fan here.
That's not the kind of bat day you want to experience, though. Not too lucky. Crowd was a little bit confused at the moment. Saw the bat, didn't see strike 3. But this game is over, and we will be back to wrap things up after a clean 4-3 win and afternoon for the Bombers. Back in a moment on Yes.
You know how fast you're going? It's a Dodge Challenger. It's a gross misuse of power.
You got passed by a Passat, even with that available 485 horsepower Hemi V8.
Is that chamber music?
Yeah. Ah, get out of the car.
Some things you just don't do in a Dodge. Now during award season, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on Charger SXT or Challenger SXT for $259 a month with $29.99 to its signing.
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Pushing.
you're salt and pepper, you tell people to push it.
Push it real good.
It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I'm pushing it real good.
The Lexus Command Performance Sales Event has begun. Command track-tested precision with the fastest-growing automotive luxury brand on the road, including the exhilarating IS, powerful GS, and first-ever RC Coupe. With more new models than ever, there's never been a better time to experience Lexus performance during the Command Performance Sales Event. Get great offers on our most dynamic models, now through March 31st. Lease the all-wheel drive 2015 GS 350F Sport with complimentary navigation system for these terms, and we'll make your first month's payment.
The Yankees with a 4-3 win over the Rays this afternoon. Michael Pineda gets the win. Chris Martin the save. Alex Rodriguez, a big day at the plate. 2 for 3, an RBI single. Pineda allowing just 1 hit, striking out 2 and 2 smooth innings of work. And Nathan Eovaldi, 3 scoreless innings. He struck out 5. That'll do it from George M. Steinbrenner Field. Special thanks to senior producer Bill Boland, coordinating director John Moore, Mike Webb, Woody Fryman, and our executive producer, Mr. John J. Filippelli. Join us again Wednesday for Yankees baseball. The Bombers take on the Boston Red Sox at George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. on the YES Network. Once again, the final score, the Yankees 4, the Rays 3. For Ken Singleton and Meredith Marakovitz, I'm Ryan Rucco saying so long, everybody. We will see you next time. Have a good one.
Hazelnut, light on the acidity.
Inorganic Sumatra.
Coffee. Black, please.
Need some jet fuel coffee.
The best coffee comes from your local coffee shop, right? Well, maybe. When your business is looking for great tasting coffee, look no further than WB Mason's selection of Green Mountain K-Cups. And with our same-day delivery, your coffee snob friends will have what they want, even if they think it's being brewed by a barista. Who but WB Mason?
You put in 4 hours before the 9-to-5ers even show up. And you don't drive to an office, your van is your office. For you, Ford created a new kind of full-size van. The all-new Transit with EcoBoost. Efficient where it counts and built Ford tough. And so customizable, it'll fit any business like a work glove. This is the all-new Ford Transit.
Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months or up to $2,000 cash back on a Ford Transit at your local Ford dealer.
For a woman to lose her hair, it's very devastating. And it's who you are. And I'm not comfortable with my thinning hair.
With the amazing solutions at Hair Club, you can go from this to this.
I don't even recognize that girl anymore. This is the real me.
With hundreds of thousands of these success stories, Hair Club is a trusted hair loss solutions provider for women in North America.
I trust Hair Club 1,000%.
And Hair Club's proven and tested solutions are backed by our 100% commitment to satisfaction guarantee. For details and conditions, call or go online.
I never want to look like that again. This is the real me.
If you're losing your hair like I was, there is a solution out there. It's called Hair Club.
Call within the next 5 minutes to receive your free information kit and reserve your free diagnostic analysis, which will help us determine which solution is right for you. Transform your appearance with Hair Club today. Hair Club, all proven hair loss solutions for women. Call or go online now.
Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera.
What will be doesn't have to be.
Coming to you from the heart of New York City, it's the Michael Kay Show. The Michael Kay Show on YES is presented by Verizon.
Welcome back to the Michael K. Show. Michael K. and Don LaGreca, as well as Dave Rothenberg today. Yankees just finished a 4-3 win over the Tampa Bay Rays. And now the Yes Network joins us for the simulcast portion of the show. Hello, Yes. Hope everything's doing well around the country. It's funny how fluid free agency is in the NFL. Because at the beginning of this last week, when McCagnon goes out and gets Marshall,